who's decided to join us.
Me.
Your microphone's screwed up again, Amanda.
Find settings again.
I think
Amanda.
Ryan's taking a shower.
You really ought to just get a headset that has a microphone.
I have a wireless set, which is so much better.
You can get a wireless headset that has a microphone.
Don't you have that, Ben?
No, mine's actually wired.
Do I sound any different?
Somewhat.
But I didn't change anything. So.
I mean, you still sound like a bad cell phone connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi.
Let's close iTunes. I don't need that.
So Chip said he might be a little late.
He just don't.
I'm here.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Not even a minute late.
I was going to say, you really didn't have any excuse. I mean, you're on vacation.
Well,
it's not like you got anything else to do.
I'm not on vacation. I'm on the clock. I'm training. And right now I'm
They
trying
sent
to
you to
update
another training class?
Well, I wouldn't put it they sent me. I said I'm going to this training class. Yeah.
You're a facilities director. What else do you need to know?
How to direct those facilities.
That's right. I'm going to get me a facility management certification from NC State so that everybody knows that I can manage facilities.
Oh.
Can we all go to your ceremony when they hand over your piece of paper?
I'll send you a picture. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure we pay enough for a ceremony.
So
It just says Numa across the top. That's
Yeah.
your stats.
Yeah.
so what you're saying is, this is one of those things that like we're going to use in the proposal
Yes.
5 years from now.
That's how I sold it. That's how I sold it. I said, wouldn't it be great to have someone on staff that's certified to manage a facility? And they said, that's a brilliant idea. I said, well, I've got the
And they said, brilliant!
Yeah.
That's the perfect person.
I
Someone
knew
who
we
knows what
hired
they're
you for a
doing?
reason.
Brilliant!
Don't be
But
absurd.
we're not going to pay you any more money for it.
Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't say, yeah, who should we get?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would have been embarrassing. Yeah, that would have been bad.
It's like, well, I was thinking you'd send me, but...
Yeah, Chip, do you know anyone that's available for the job?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Who you plan sending?
Okay, well, since everybody's here,
Yeah.
why don't we get everybody to roll a D20?
Hang on, let me get into the.
Oh, yeah.
Thingamajig.
Yeah. Only two of
My
us in the
fantasy
game.
grounds is loading up.
Hey, Ben,
I
Still need
freed it
Caden.
up. You should have it.
Yeah.
it's not showing up.
Mine's up.
Let me refresh, I guess.
Yeah.
There was an update last week.
That was so a week ago.
Yeah, he wasn't here last week.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
man.
here in spirit.
Jeez.
See, here's an interesting thing. If Erevan hadn't been so selfish...
I love
And-
how this is still being blamed on
It is.
Erevan.
No.
There was an obvious recap that had no blame put on Erevan whatsoever.
Hang on a second. No,
Chat.
different situation here. If Erevan hadn't been so selfish and had gone Paladin level 6 instead of Sorcerer level 1, then you would actually have somebody in your party who would give you in this case, +2 to all saving throws.
Oh, that's right. Level 6 gives you your saving throw thing.
Yeah, but even a +2 wouldn't have saved him with those rolls.
Aura of
No,
protection.
I did roll like shit. There's no saving that.
I'm just saying, there's been a lot of
So-
saving throws.
Yeah,
I take it we did have a full rest last time.
Yes.
You have had a full rest.
and you spent about 3 hours identifying magic items.
You did, and you also need to level up.
Yeah, so I just dragged the wizard on there. So I got level 6 wizard. Hit points I need to roll, I think.
You do?
Max.
I'll take that.
I guess you'll get a 6.
Nice.
Plus your Constitution modifier, so total of 8 more maximum. And
I think it already added 6, though.
When you dragged it on, it probably
Yeah.
max hit points.
It says it added average 4 plus 2. So you just need to bump it up 2 more.
Okay. Still,
Right.
57 hit points. You're doing better than some,
Yeah.
I think.
So,
Well, he's got as much as the rogue with a ranger level because I didn't get the extra hit points.
I got plus 2 on for my con. Did you get my text about the spells I was looking at?
No. When did you text?
2 minutes
Oh, wait,
ago.
no.
Weekend?
Oh, never mind. Yes, I did
It
get
was
that text.
in January.
Did you get my text about all the stuff you have?
I got the one about the spell book. I'll need to figure out how to actually use that.
Well,
You
again,
just have to
it's
read
just
it.
basically just you now have
A list of spells you can
that
copy.
list of spells you can learn, given a little bit of time to practice them.
Right. There you go. Here we go.
So,
Yeah, the 2 spells I was looking at come from the tome of spells. They're not in the player's handbook directly. Wasn't sure if those were valid or not.
Okay, what's the Tome of Spells? I'm not familiar with this.
Came up in Hero Lab, but it's like the not really complete tome of spells.
Oh, that. Hmm.
So
Let's see, if I allow that opens up all kinds of interesting things that you guys could use. That I'm not sure I'm prepared for.
Won't break it too bad.
Uh-huh. You break
last
everything
words.
you touch.
Yeah, and characters die. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know that Lucas would break things if I allowed him to do it.
Just without a question.
It just sounds cool. I'm sorry.
So here, let me link it to you. In chat. So they're both strong, but they seemed roughly equivalent to the normal spells at 3rd level. Or the PHP spells, I should say.
So I guess in a general sense, what are their equivalents in the PHP?
1 second. So Sunscorch, I would put up against... Where'd it go?
Daylight?
Scorching Ray. Where's that? Don't actually see it for some reason. There it is. Now it's all 2. That's why. No, that's not the one I was looking at. 1 second. Maybe they were both in the extended set.
Okay, Sunscorch. An intense blast of heat and light emanates from your hand, forming a narrow beam that curves around obstacles and moves to follow its target. The blast deals 2d10 fire damage, 2d10 radiant damage. Does that just say you don't even have to make an attack roll, it just hits?
Yep.
For 40-10 damage?
Yeah, that seems particularly powerful.
That's like an
Laugh.
8th level magic missile.
Yeah.
What's so bad about
Okay, you
that?
see, you mean
What's
you're
so
not
bad
going to allow
about
that?
Not so sure about that one, Adam.
Well,
It would help in this
compared to Scorching Ray at second level, which does require
an attack.
rolls.
It requires attack rolls. It does. What is it, Amanda? 1d10 per ray?
Something like that.
2d6, 3 of them.
2d6.
Per ray.
I was like, I don't
3
think
different
anything is
attacks.
D10.
I could see
Oh,
that
and
as like.
I'll
two
grant you, the main
attack
reason I
rolls.
was looking at it was the guaranteed hit part.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's overpowered.
No, Windows, I don't want your update. Stop it. I think that one,
Alright.
if it had 2 attack rolls at 2d10, I think that'd be better for a 3rd level spell.
So it's a maximum of 40 damage. Obviously, you don't expect to hit that, but maximum
Average.
of 40 damage.
Average of 20, say.
And I know Fireball's a 3rd level spell. What's Fireball's damage, Amanda?
8d6?
D6s. Like 8 of them? 8d6?
Yeah, I think the average is like 30 damage on that one.
The average is about 24 on Fireball.
But
I used
AoE.
to always get above that.
But
Because
AoE.
I'm not.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, you still
target
get
takes
to
8d6 damage, fire damage, or only failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So that's a guaranteed 10 at the very least on the AoE.
Okay, so I would put it this way. I would be more willing to accept that if there was a save for half damage.
I can live with that.
So an auto hit with a save for half?
Yeah.
It puts it more in line with Fireball.
Right, it
But now
basically
it's a
makes it like a
single target.
fireball.
Yeah, it's a
But it is single target.
Single target fireball.
So let's see. Fireball's max is 48, and it could hit as many targets as you can fit into the radius.
Which, as we saw before, was quite a few.
I don't know if we're going to
Yeah,
do
I mean,
another
it's-
castle.
That is clearly a powerful spell.
Jeez, right?
Keep in mind, there's also an add-on if the target is wearing or holding metallic objects.
I kind of skimmed that part. What did it say?
I guess additional 1d10. So with that and the save part, I think that's
Yeah, okay. I'm good with that.
So it's equating it more to like a heat metal spell.
Yeah. But a one shot instead of a.
Yeah, one shot.
all right.
Okay, so
It's like a lightning strike.
you
With
can
the
use
save.
that. So yeah, we'll have to add a save component.
which will
and-
be
I'll say
Yes,
that for this, we'll make it a wisdom save.
all right.
Because if it's always going to hit, you can't. Dex isn't going to do anything. So it'd have to be con or wisdom. So maybe a con save instead.
Yeah, con makes more sense, I think.
And then
And
there was
then
dire charm.
Yep.
Dire charm. You magically infect a living creature with murderous impulses, unless that creature makes a successful wisdom save. If the saving throw fails, that creature goes berserk, similar to Barbarian's Rage, and will instantly seek to destroy everyone around, friend and foe alike. Creature will not attack you unless you attack it first.
It's just a beefed command spell, basically.
Okay, so it basically is a forced rage. And
Which just means they
the-
get resistance and half damage? Or
Well, they get
resistance-
bonus damage equal to your spell attack modifier when making an attack that uses strength,
Right.
which is pretty beefy.
yeah, I mean, basically, the problem is they will attack friend and foe alike. So you're not likely to use this on your friends. It says the creature will not attack you unless you attack it first. I will say that only applies to the spellcaster.
Right.
Yep.
The way that they balance a lot of
And
the
it's concentration.
charm spells is that the charm spells end as soon as you or any of your allies attack that creature, and then they also get a save at the end of their turn.
Yeah, there's no ongoing save here, and there's no breaking it that way.
Yeah, because this one effectively, it does make it rage, and it would make it attack its friends. But it gets all the bonuses of the rage, so it's not like you're penalizing it exactly.
You get damage and resistance.
Yeah.
But potentially hurting its allies.
And it can't cast spells or use missile attacks while raging. So,
Okay.
I think we can work with that.
All right. So take those two, and let's see. Can we write like custom entries?
Yeah, I think you just
Yeah, you can just build up the spell.
Oh yeah, duh. I was thinking like, oh, go to the PHP and add a new entry. It's like, no, just do it on my spell sheet.
Yes.
I think that's the only way you can do it.
All right.
Okay.
Right, so I get
And
those added.
while you're working on that,
Save us.
I need you to make me a initiative roll. Okay. So, we ended the last round. And we were going to start at the top of this round. I believe, since it doesn't seem to have tracked it the way I thought it was, that Xavier, you are unconscious. You're face down in the muck.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got one failed death save, I believe.
Correct. And I'm no longer grappled and restrained, but I still am stunned, I believe, from the poison.
No, the stunning wasn't from the poison. The stunning was from getting smashed against the wall.
Oh. Well, yeah.
And Ben, I can't quite see because Numa's token, but do I still have a hunter's mark active on this thing?
Let's see.
No, you dropped it because you lost concentration.
Okay. We'll be
I say no, it's gone away. So
all right.
I think you rolled like a 7 or something.
Yeah. Sounds like Araban.
okay, so the start of the top of the next round. Xavier,
Yes, save.
death save.
All right, here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
All right, Uma, you are grappled and restrained.
Yes, I am.
You are correct.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
What would you like to do about it?
I would like to go to my happy place. So, I'm assuming I can make some kind of strength check to maybe ungrapple myself.
That's correct. You can use your action to make a strength check to try to escape the grapple.
All right. So is that is that a strength save?
No, strength
No.
check.
Athletics, if
That
you're
is-
trained in it, right?
That would be. I don't know. Do I use my skill, my acrobatics, athletics?
Let me check your skills.
Or do you want me to actually roll my strength?
No, I think it's just roll your strength. Because it's not really a grapple check. It's a effect. That is not going to be enough to break you free.
Okay. So after seeing the thing release Xavier after he knocked unconscious, I'm going to clear my mind and totally relax to see if it thinks I'm dead.
Performance. Ooh.
Yeah, I think we are going to have to require a performance check.
Play dead, Numa.
Or performance check.
This is a
Or-
physical thing, not charisma, right? I mean, it's not like I'm trying.
Or you can try to persuade me to a different check.
Yes, I'm trying to persuade you to a different check
sorry,
as
I'm
we're speaking. Because I'm not sure that I'm trying to convince him with my facial expression that I'm dead. It's going to be a physical, tactile performance.
Okay, well then what skill do you think is more appropriate?
Athletics.
I see. Athletics. I don't think there's a whole lot you're supposed to be doing in athletics that requires you to stay
How
All
about,
right.
how
perfectly
about a
still.
Stealth.
straight,
How about
straight
stealth?
con
How
check
about
to
just
slow your
Stealth.
heart?
Stealth would be fine.
All
there
right,
you
let's
go.
go stealth.
Play dead.
Possum. Possum
Oh, no.
formation.
All right. Let's see what its perception.
Possum formation. It's going to be our next one. We got turtle, now possum.
I'm already in possum formation, Numa.
Yes, I know, but you're not playing.
I'm about to be goldfish formation.
Yeah, black guppy,
Black Guppy.
black molly.
All right. Caden, it is now your turn.
Kill
All
him.
right.
So
You
you
need to
only
get oriented
see
here.
it.
So
Oh, he has to roll a perception to even see this thing, right?
where
Oh,
am
this
I?
thing is kind of at the surface now, like
Oh.
grappling with two of you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you have the ground level map open?
I do now.
Northeast corner.
The OT.
Yep, that
All
guy.
the shit's going down.
You would.
So,
It's the tower that we
those
really
things.
shouldn't be
Let me
exploring.
let me read for you the description.
I've fought them before.
So
Go ahead.
the door to this tower has been torn off of its hinges and lies on the ground. Originally, a wooden floor was at ground level with a pit beneath it for confining prisoners. The wooden floor is completely rotted away, and the pit has been filled nearly to ground level with garbage and mud. There must be, or then there's the actual description that it links there. So it's been turned into a garbage pit and latrine.
So Aravan was going to go up the stairs, and he started taking 10 minutes to take off his armor, and I was like, let me just go up there real quick. And so I jumped across to the stairs, and this thing reached out and grabbed me.
And it hit him hard enough that it knocked the breath out of him, which is why he's now unconscious and floating.
And then it slammed me against the stairs and stunned me.
And I threw everything I could at it, and I think I just made it mad. If I get out of this, I'm throwing a dead body at it and see what it does with that.
I'm right next to you. Don't say that.
Well,
So, for our purposes, I'm going to say that Xavier is actually like floated to there, and these two are both grappled, or excuse me, Numa is grappled. Aravan was almost grappled.
Whatever.
He's going to get you now.
I know.
So, what would you like to do, Caden?
All right. Well,
And you've effectively double moved on the last 3 rounds over here, so you're like running to get to right there.
okay. So I'm taking stock of the situation. But to roll back time for a minute, had the full rest, would have learned my new spells on
Yep.
level up, would have
Re-rolled your
memorized. Yeah, rerolled portents. Go ahead and do that now.
Good rolls.
9. Maybe. Depends on how you use them.
Yeah.
All right, and then try and remember the memorization table. Library, where'd you go?
or a
I would
wizard.
have.
For a wizard, you should
Yep.
have like
Nope.
3 third-level spells,
3
3
seconds.
second-level spells, and 4 first-level spells.
Yeah, spell slots, but that's not
Right.
how many I can memorize.
Correct. You can memorize your wizard level plus your intelligence modifier, I believe.
Yes, I'd have one more total. Which honestly would not have. I would have done Sun Scourge. I would not have done Dire Charm. I would have. What would I have done?
Oh, and also, are you at all interested in the things you managed to identify before they went over there?
Are any of them applicable now?
One of them could be, theoretically.
What would that be?
You found something. They left you with a pair of slippers that seemed to be made from extremely flexible but light material and covered in a spider's web design. And they are slippers of spider climbing.
That could be useful, but I would not have changed into them just yet.
Does that mean you can just climb spiders?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. You have
That
spiders.
sounds
for feet.
horrifying. Probably Scorching Ray, honestly. All right, so there's my memorization. Okay, so they're grappled. Xavier is face down and unconscious,
He does certainly appear that way.
and Octavia is.
She is on the stairs. Looks like she's preparing to do something. What, you're not exactly sure.
Okay. First action is probably going to be, oh my god, what is that thing? Burn it with fire.
That seems like a reasonable reaction.
Good play.
So, and that's where Sun Scorch will come in handy. So we'll see how that does. I don't have it rolled up all nice and neat yet. So, we're saying a con save, right? Against my,
Yep. Well,
or
let's
just
see.
a save.
Let's see if we can complete the spell for you real quick.
Well, I think I added it wrong in the first place.
Let's look at it.
Use spell or ability. No, maybe not. Nope. What'd you just do?
I was adding a power. See if that would work. I don't think that worked.
Well, it did something.
Okay, so add a power. Up here. Call it Sun Scorch.
If we just want to roll it out, we can circle back to this later.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm getting it.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no attack.
What'd you have to do?
I right-clicked and it brought up a little radio menu. And I did add cast.
Ah, I see.
So type. It's a save. It's a con save with your DC as your wisdom. No, intelligence, sorry. And half on success. Con DC 15, half, alright. And then add damage. So the damage you said is 2d10.
I think 2d10 fire and 2d10 radiant.
Two D10 Fire.
Yep. If the
Yeah.
creature is wearing metal armor or a shield or holding any metal item that is larger than small, takes additional 1d10 fire damage. And then
Luckily,
higher
he's not
levels.
holding Aravan.
Okay.
Well, you're not directly.
So right now it's listed under powers and not under
I think you
level
just drag
3
it.
spell, but I'll let you figure that part out.
All right.
But you should at least now be able to target, cast it, see what you get.
All right. Where'd he go?
Like I said, it's under powers at the top.
Well, I'm trying to drag it down, and it's just not dragging. All right, anyway. We'll deal with it. Okay, so I'm just targeted. Save,
Oh.
which means it succeeded.
It did succeed. It hit it exactly.
Damn it.
But still,
Half damage?
For level 3, that's pretty crappy, but it is what it is. All right, and then... Do I see if this thing has, like, tentacles or anything?
it has 2 tentacles.
And they're occupied.
One of them is occupied.
Huh.
The other one is waving up around Aravan's head.
I've got one of them taken care of.
So, I'm 30 feet away.
You're dead. You're down.
I don't need to be close to hit it, so I'm gonna back away a bit to make sure I'm out of range of being grabbed.
All right.
And then that was my turn.
Okay. Octavia.
Sorry, I was muted and I couldn't find the sketch screen. Okay, so I am going to target Mr. Atuya, whatever his name is. Where's my crossbow? One more time, because that seems to be working half decently at least. Let me target him.
I'll say, here comes the half that isn't working.
Oh, did it not roll it block?
Nope.
What?
Why didn't you just use the attack button?
Or
I
drop
like
it
the roll
in the
dice.
chat box.
I did drop it in the chat box and it rolled out of the box. It was a good number. It's not good at all.
It hit.
But it still hits.
It still hits. I'll take it.
Nope, not good at all. It cancels it out.
Okay. That's the
All right. A solid thunk as the crossbow bolt impacts this thing in what you would kind of say is a shoulder.
So Xavier is stunned, but he's stabilized, right?
No,
See him?
all you know is that he is floating face down in the crap.
Oh. Well, let me. God, Xavier, this is disgusting. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna try and pull him up onto the stairs. And while I am pulling him up, I am going to cast this on him.
Cast what? Whoa.
And
Okay.
now
You can cast Healing Word, and you can get down there.
I can't pull him up because it's an action.
Yeah, you probably should have done that before you,
Well,
tried
that's
to shoot the thing.
Well, you know what? Shooting it was important too.
But
His life is fine. He's just suffocating now.
he does seem to kind of like wake up from his unconsciousness, and yeah, he starts to breathe.
Don't let it. You don't want that in your lungs. That's not
Yeah,
good.
well, it's too late.
Just
I
staying
know,
underwater.
I'm just saying.
This is the second time I've eaten shit.
You're not eating it; you're breathing it,
Yeah, that's even worse. It's all in my nose.
and your lungs.
So, do I take 7 points of shit damage?
Not yet.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, see, hear that? We got time.
Basically, it's almost like you've gotten your chest. They use the shock paddles on you.
Oh God.
So, you're just conscious enough that you might be able to do something at the beginning of your turn.
Huh. Maybe.
Maybe.
I like these odds.
Aravan.
Aaron would like to circle around, standing betwixt this thing and Xavier, and seeing that this thing has downed Numa as well, is just going to scream out in a fury and attempt to make 2 longsword swipes at it with Divine Smite should either of them hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
That'll hit.
Smite thee.
Blade, and Divine Smite on top of it,
All right.
followed by Blade.
Ooh.
Also a hit.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Blade
He's
damage,
just laying it.
and Divine Smite on top of it.
Ooh.
So you marked off 2 spell slots.
Yep.
2.5.
So I took out 2 party members. I'm using my spell slots on this guy.
Okay.
And I would like, if possible, just to be like shouting at this thing to try and draw its attention at me as I'm slicing into it, to try and keep it from attacking Numa further.
Sure.
If it's possible. All right.
All right. Now it's this guy's turn. And all of you get this sense of both hunger and rage, but you all start to feel also a sense of fear.
Mm.
Oh, that's not good.
It seems to be coming from somewhere. Maybe the creature? And the creature sinks down into the water, or into the muck.
The monster.
And actually, first, he's going to make a tentacle attack. He's going to make an attack at Aravan.
Oh.
And that's going to hit.
That's not good.
Ooh.
So,
Is that bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage?
it is both bludgeoning and piercing.
All right.
Double resistance. No.
I'm going to reduce that by 3.
And you are grappled.
Right.
And then it is going to try to slam you up against the stairs.
Does he have to make the
Alright.
con save for being restrained, like getting the wind knocked out of him?
Yes, he does.
Con save.
Yes.
All right. How does a 5 do?
Sounds like you got the breath knocked out of you. So, you are now going to have to make a strength save, because he's tentacle slamming you.
Right.
And you do resist it.
If he's just... Oh, never mind.
So you do not end up getting stunned. And you take half damage from the slam. And
Is that slam another bludgeoning damage?
it is bludgeoning. And finally,
It's going to drag you guys into the deep, isn't it?
it is.
For starters.
It has released its grip on Numa.
You're free. Your dying turtle.
Hallelujah.
Mode works.
Awesome formation work.
Awesome formation.
And it is attempting to drag or disappear underneath the muck and drag Aravan with it. So
Let that happen.
And so for the wind being knocked out of me, what is that effectively going to be like? Restrained, stunned?
you're restrained, and you don't have you're not holding your breath. So
Okay. All right.
If
So
you
if
get
it drags
drug
you
under-
underwater, you get 2 rounds.
All right.
he gets his con modifier in rounds.
Guess you'll have to find out how long Aravan can hold his breath
2 rounds,
when
right?
he's not breathing.
That's what got
So,
me. I needed
See
to take a
Aravan
breath.
get drug forward.
Oh, jeez. Is he under or is he still up?
He's just at the surface, getting ready to get pulled down. Xavier, make me a Constitution save.
Okay. 14?
All right, so you are no longer stunned.
Kill him.
And you are effectively conscious
Okay.
at the moment, so you can go ahead and
I take my
do.
turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get up and I put my fingers across my eyes to kind of get the muck and the shit out of them. And I look around and I see Aravan being pulled. So I'm going to stand up for half my movement, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start running up the stairs to get a bird's eye view. Can I see the
I'm
creature?
touching this muck for nothing.
Make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Certainly. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh,
You're not really seeing anything.
all right. Do I see the I see the tentacle around Aravan though, right?
Yes.
All right. Sorry for what's about to happen, Aravan, and I'm gonna try to shoot the tentacle.
Okay.
So, can you give me a target? Wait, I'm
Just,
poisoned.
Yes.
Oh,
Not exactly though.
okay. Yeah. So, I'd like to try to shoot the tentacle.
So let me see.
I guess I could do it from the combat.
Just make an attack roll.
Okay. All right. Longbow. Longbow attack. Dead.
Miss the tentacle.
Because of poison.
Yep.
Fuck.
Like you have this. You know that twice now you've sucked in this muck and crap, and you're trying to force yourself to fight through it
Yeah.
and just continue the fight. But right as you're getting ready to release your bow, you just start hacking and gagging and coughing up this awful foulness from your lungs.
All right. So I'm gonna run up to the second floor with my bonus action. Because there are
Oh,
holes
geez.
leading down or looking down. Or we
Just
saw holes
aggro
in
the
the
rest
floor.
of the tower.
So
So I
let
want
me
to try to get a
the
height advantage
appropriate
on this.
map out. Put you on it. Oh, yawning.
I'm sorry. Been napping all day.
Then why are you yawning?
I'm so
Because she's been napping all day.
Gosh, what a lazy cleric.
Okay. So you run up to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
And hang on while the dog barks.
Yep.
I thought that was my dog. I was about to get up and go and check. I hit the mute button and I realized it was in my headset. It really threw me off.
Jeez.
Okay.
Delusional 2.
As you get up to the second level, what you see are several large holes in the floor where the floorboards have just rotted away.
Mm-hmm.
the floorboards just, they don't look stable.
Right.
Like, you're not sure you could step much of anywhere on this floor and make your way across it.
Right. Do I have a view of the lower floor, though? Kind of.
You have somewhat of a view, yes.
Okay, cool. All right, well, that's my turn.
Okay.
Nothing else I can do.
Uma.
Oh my goodness gracious. I thought we was going to get out of this thing. And now my hero's being drug under. Can I even target the thing now?
You just try to spot it. You can target the tentacle.
Aren't you sneaky? All right. Well, I'll try to target the tentacle. How do I target the tentacle?
You make an attack roll.
All right.
You're already targeting it from the last time you attacked it.
All right. We'll try to. Because I'm ready to get out of this crap. I mean, literally.
Is the sense of fear like the walls are going to start moving in?
Oh, yeah. See, I'm very fearful. Let me try one more time.
Maybe if you got closer?
Yeah, if you want to attack with your short sword, you are going to have to get closer.
Well, I can't tell where I'm getting. I thought I was right on top of it.
Aravan is...
It just really...
You have to be next to Aravan.
Oh. Okay.
He charges in and hits with a 24.
Yeah, they'll get tentacleized again. So that is... Alright, so that's 5 feet of movement?
Actually,
Might be
10
like-
feet to move through the water.
Alright. You ever at... Uh-oh, I've lost you.
I love how he calls it water. We all know better.
It must...
Oh, Chip lost his connection. So, I'm going to move you closer.
I'm trying to move closer, yes.
I've already moved you. But you did
Yeah.
make your second attack was successful. It hit the tentacle. So, while you're trying to reconnect, I will go ahead and roll the damage for you.
Kill him for me, Ben.
I make no promises. Okay, special of a short sword damage. You do 6 points of damage, and you guys, you get like a telepathic scream. Oh, hang on a second.
Ooh. Well, it's definitely him then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So do I need to restart then the whole Fantasy Grounds?
Probably.
Or is it going to try to reestablish
Maybe.
it myself? No, it's trying to reconnect. Attempt 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 failed.
Let's take a 5-minute break.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and just leave and then try and rejoin. I guess.
Okay,
Since we got 5
Yeah.
minutes.
that's what I'll try to do.
Well, Aravan, there's nothing in the tower.
Once again, I told you I could have just misty stepped my way up to the 3rd floor, the one floor that's still intact.
Well, you can't see what's on the 2nd floor, and I can.
We could see the 2nd floor from the ground floor. We saw it was holes and bad news, but the staircase to the 3rd floor was still intact, as well as the floor.
Oh, I don't see a staircase on the 2nd floor.
They've been deceived.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be
Well, you're
like
clearly not looking hard
diarrhea
enough for that
monster up
staircase.
top.
I would have laughed. You would have misty stepped and fallen right through the floor into the shit pit.
Well, not with my incredible dexterity.
Oh, right. I made that jump too, damn it.
Not from Aravan's point of view.
I should have said, my name's Johnny Knoxville and this is Jackass. I was going to die. Totally prepared.
The question is, did you decide on which of your characters you would have brought in?
Yeah. Get a druid, I was thinking.
The one that was almost brought in instead of Loxus?
Yes, but no barbarian and a little bit different mindset. Yeah. I still haven't found a good replacement for that Circle of the Moon. It's hard. It's hard to find something better than that.
Caden just quit on us.
Did everyone get dropped?
Oh. It says that you got dropped on mine. You're still here.
Weird. Well, I joined back in, but
Okay.
it's like just randomly killed the connection.
Chip got kicked from Fantasy Grounds. You got kicked from Skype. So far, so good.
2 down.
Good monster's really wearing on us, guys. Nothing with the internet connections now.
a long 5 minutes.
I think Ben's watch is broken.
And like 5.5 minutes at least. Allie probably lured him away to kill him.
No, she's got fresh
I mean, she was
cobbler.
smart enough. She trained him to move his camera so it's not pointing towards the, other area. And then she's like, oh, come here, instead of her showing on camera. She's pretty sneaky.
No, I thought that was the sound of a car backfiring that we heard.
The balloon got him.
I mean, the dogs were barking for some reason.
So Ryan, do you got a backup character?
I do.
Good.
Might take a while to put it into fantasy rounds, though.
Kind of curious as what caused that fear, utter terror.
I think that monster's somewhat telepathic or something.
Yeah. But it started running away.
That's probably
Damn
because
right.
I feared. Been
Scared
feared.
the shit out of it.
Good thing you're already in shit, because no one can tell you crapped your pants.
Well, that's weird. The latrine seems to have made its way inside of my pants.
Aravan, you wore your brown pants today.
Of course. I surveyed the contents of this tower beforehand. And my red shirt. Oh, that's awesome. I can just straight up drag the dragon head icon things into the bag of holding notes.
Oh, yeah?
So that later, I don't know, if you guys can open the bag of holding note, but then you can just click on the dragon head to see that now that we know that Slipper's spider climbing, you can see exactly what they do.
So it says
I can.
public, but it says uneditable, read only.
So we can't. We'll just edit it. That's fine.
Because I've got it unlocked on mine and public, the check mark. I don't know why it's...
Is there can you right click on it and say, I don't know.
See, mine says public with the check mark, but it's really. I'm fine with. I'm totally okay with that. Because I won't ever edit it anyway.
No, there's no privacy settings anywhere on mine.
It's so weird. Sounds like a chime for Google.
Oh, but speaking of which, during the Stream of Annihilation thing,
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for Fantasy Grounds.
I didn't watch Fantasy Grounds part.
Well, it was just like a 30-second trailer or something that was during one of the streams. And they were doing some shit with Fantasy Grounds, and I was like, wait a minute. Apparently there's a way to draw out the circle for, the fireball radius.
Mm-hmm.
And remember those buttons that used to be up at, the top left of the map?
Uh-huh.
You click one of those, and it automatically auto-targets everything in that radius.
Oh, nice.
And so then you could just, automatically make them all do the saves. But now after I saw that trailer, I'm like, well, what happened to those buttons now?
The buttons are gone.
I know.
Maybe Ben took away our power. It's just too great.
I'm like, that is super useful. Rather than just, clicking every single person in the radius.
And hoping you get them all.
I know. Of course, it's also possible they just did some very nifty editing where they drew the circle and then, moved their mouse around in the next frame. They were like, oh, you see? We auto-targeted it all.
Ta-da!
Shh, quiet. He's back.
Yep. Sorry about that. They
We took that. Did Allie try and kill you?
no. Did you want her to?
Did you
No,
try
but
to
I
kill
was a
her?
woman.
No, it was. She came in with that look of, needing to talk. So
Uh-oh. What'd you do this time?
had nothing to do with me.
It's about that Amanda person.
Pretty much.
You see problems all around. So you guys should just probably
No
delete
kid.
her from your life. She's a cheater.
Hey, Ryan,
Napping all day.
Can you try dragging the bag of holding note onto my character icon and see if that'll share it properly?
Let's see.
It popped up on my.
It popped up for me when somebody did something like that.
Did that do anything?
I don't think so.
It's under notes.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out
You
how
can
to make
edit
it
it.
so multiple people can edit it. Right now, only Ryan can edit.
There's a lock icon
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah, and I've got it unlocked.
Hmm.
At least on mine, it's unlocked.
Yeah, it's public. It's marked as unlocked.
Yeah, it's locked for me. Well, you're the GM, so you're allowed to.
Is Chip still here?
I'm here.
Okay.
I
So
wanted to take my my other movement away from this crap beast.
all right. One thing you did notice is that as you struck at the tentacle, it seemed to loosen its grip.
On Erevan?
Hmm.
Caden.
It loosened its grip.
All right. So, if I wanted to attack the O2 directly, I'd have to perceive it first. You said.
Somehow, yeah, perceive it, spot it, and then be able to target it.
All right. So that's a perception check
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Okay. Gonna guess that's not gonna fly.
Nope.
All right. So I will instead target the tentacle with a second level magic missile.
Okay.
So that will be 4 instead of just 3.
Yep.
All right. And then you can do the targeting or just roll.
You actually have it targeted.
Still?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Done. Done.
So, Caden, how would you like to do this?
Oh god, there's been like explosion poop everywhere.
So it'll snipe off the tentacle and then just aim for the core of the tentacle, just deeper and deeper, just burrowing in.
All right. So, as this first, there's this quick series of magic balls, and the first one takes the cut that Numa had just made into the tentacle and finishes slicing it off, and then starts waving around like, and unerringly the magic missiles just go straight down the core of that tentacle, and you can kind of see it like peeling open, kind of like a banana, just. And the second the second one clears the path. The third one goes deeper in, and the fourth one goes in. And again, telepathically, you hear this just horrific scream in your minds as the Utyug expires.
Yay!
Awesome.
I am getting out of mud if I can. I'm out of here.
Make me an athletics check.
Turn. I'm fine with that. Athletics check.
And it's time for me to take a rest again.
So as you're climbing up the like 3-foot ledge, you slip
Oh,
and fall back into the muck. You sink up like basically you're falling backwards, so like the entire back part of your hair and almost like the top of your head. It's
Not
just
so
covered.
blonde anymore.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to stand up and puke and try and get out of here a little faster.
Loud, smelly turtle.
Oh, God.
You can feel the refuse running down the inside of your armor.
Turtles should be at home in sewers, though. I mean,
I agree.
I don't like to live in sewers.
So,
Turtles should be free in the ocean.
So I'm on the second floor.
Water.
well, we're going to go out of initiative order now.
I'm out of here. Let me out, please.
But
I'm still poisoned.
I need Aravan, Numa, and Octavia to make me Constitution saves.
God. I never want to come here again. Jesse, doesn't concern you.
Come on, Numa. Oh, Numa.
I'm puking.
I'm puking.
Tell us what happened.
As well as I should. I'm stripping down as soon as I get out of this thing.
Oh no. Octavia's poisoned too.
Okay. So, the as you make your way out, and Numa, what's your base athletics skill?
Base athletics still?
Or just your
strength?
+4?
Yeah, +4 athletics. Yeah.
So yeah. So you climb up with no trouble. Of course, you've been swimming in this stuff.
Yeah, I'm at home. Yeah, I guess. Mm-hmm.
And Aravan, I assume you're trying to make your way out.
Like a moment ago, you were telling us that we started to get this like kind of fearful sense. After the kind of telepathic scream, are we still picking up on that?
Nope, it's gone.
Okay, so I'd like to make my way to the stairs and try to make my way up.
Okay, so upstairs. Xavier,
Yes.
you're upstairs. Now that you see that the commotion downstairs has kind of ceased, you have a chance to look around a bit more.
Okay.
And you can see that the beams that were supporting the floor on the second level still seem to they're all in place.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem as corroded or
Rotted. Right.
as the floor does. They do seem to have a lot of fungus and mold growing on them.
That's no bueno. What is the third floor? I guess the second floor ceiling? What does that look like?
Well, I wasn't done describing the rest of the room.
Sorry.
So I'll get to that.
Yep.
I damn well feel like it.
Yep. I'm sorry.
So, across the floor, even with all the gaps and the rotted woodwork, you do think you see a trunk that is pushed up against the south wall. As you look up, you can see that the stairs continue up another floor. You can't really see, since you're kind of at the top of the stairs on the second floor, you can't really see up above you to see what the stairs look like going up to the third floor.
Okay. If I lean over the railing at the, is there a railing on the stairs, or are they just kind of like open?
Just open.
Okay. I'm not happy about this.
They didn't have OSHA and building codes back then.
Yeah. And are those arrow slits on the second floor? Is that what I'm seeing, or windows, or?
Yep. Arrow slit / windows looking out of the tower.
All right. Well, enacting OSHA, I'm going to tie a rope around my waist, and I'm going to summon my mage hand and have him do my grappling hook trick, and lay it outside that window and secure it.
Okay.
And then I will use that as a falling arrest.
Which window do you want to?
So you said the chest was on the southern point, right?
Yeah. So we'll say the chest
so
is
the window next
right there.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the window just south of that one.
Okay.
I intend to walk across the beams and then head upstairs.
All right. Make me an acrobatics check.
Yep. Oh, I'm poisoned. Shit. All right.
Yeah. In fact, you're quite literally poisoned by shit.
Hey, 19.
Nice.
See, that's weird. I swear I saw you roll a 3.
No.
But no, I mean the die themselves actually seem like it showed a 3.
No.
But you are able, despite the slipperiness of these beams, to make your way across to the trunk.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm kind of like in this area then.
While this is going on, Erevan, are you moving? Are you continuing upstairs?
Continuing upstairs to both check on Xavier as well to see what's up here.
All right, so you get to the top of the stairs. You see Xavier has made his way across a beam and over to the other side. And the three of you downstairs sounded like Erevan or Caden, you're clean relatively. Numa and Octavia are covered in garbage and feces and urine and everything else. So what are you guys doing?
Cheers.
I'd really like to find some water to cleanse myself. Yes.
Yes, I'm with Numa. I am looking for water.
Okay. You're pretty sure that you saw a well back in the main courtyard.
Let's go to the well, Numa.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing some laundry.
How is it neither of us wanted to go in there in the first place, and both of us are the most
That's right. What is with that?
we'll say there's a drinking well. Can you see the arrow down in the main courtyard?
If not, there's a kitchen. I'm sure there's some water in there.
Yeah. That's where I'm going. Let me get my token.
Oh, geez. Colors.
Yeah.
There. So the well is just over there.
I will start bringing up a bucket, and as soon as it's up, I'm going to dump it on myself.
All right. So
Or faces.
upstairs. So you were going to inspect the chest or something like that?
Correct, yes.
It appears to be locked.
All right. Well, I learned my lesson the last time I picked something. So I'm going to hand my thieves' tools to my my hand and have him pick it.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit away. Sleight of hand, right?
Now, you have to have. I know that as an arcane trickster rogue,
Mm-hmm.
you get to use your hand to pick locks.
I do.
You take any sort of penalty to that?
No.
Okay. Then yes, sleight of hand, or
Right.
actually thieves' tools.
I think it's the same check because I have
Yeah, I think effectively they're the same thing.
26.
Nice.
That is plenty enough to pop the lock on this chest.
And I use the hand to open it.
And from where you sit, you see it's got a lot of copper coins inside, a few silver pieces scattered around. You do see a couple of garish gold earrings that you think might actually be a little more valuable.
Oh, and I see Erevan coming up the top of the stairs.
You sure do.
Erevan, do you have that magical radar thing?
I mean, my ability to sense the undead.
No.
Why? What do you suspect?
No. Don't you have a way of like looking for magical things?
I have a means, but it takes time.
Okay.
That you're apparently incapable of waiting for.
Yes.
But fear not, Xavier. The beast below has been felled. You need not fear any more of falling into its clutches.
Very well. Since the 2 gold earrings looked like the most of note, I'm gonna have the hand just pick those up and bring them to me.
Okay.
And I'll pocket them.
They're basically like, they're some of those long, like, dangly earrings. It looks like it's
hoop earrings.
not hoops. No,
Oh, okay.
these are like the ones with all the tassels and everything.
Nice.
Like the ones that look just ridiculous on most people.
It would probably work for a wood elf.
They clink and make a lot of noise. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So I'm gonna pocket those and say, it seems like there's more copper and things like that in this chest, but I don't really want to go digging in it right now. I kind of want to get up to the 3rd floor.
Are you saying you wish for me to dig through this chest while you continue onward?
No. Just saying that we can move on for now and then come back to it.
Speaking bluntly, I would rather not return to this tower again.
What I meant on the way down.
How fare you hit point wise?
My life.
How are you feeling?
I am feeling about 7 fingers from death.
You wouldn't mind coming back this way. I can give you the bag of holding for anything you might discover upstairs, as well as some
I thought I still had the bag of holding.
You might. I don't know.
I do still have
I've
the bag of holding. No, I still have it.
Okay.
I can.
Come here, and I will make you feel better.
I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm gonna go up the stairs. I don't like that comment.
That was very creepy.
That was very creepy, even for an Eladrin. So
Yeah, that was getting
Not a
weird.
very good way to phrase that.
no.
a
So
character.
Xavier's.
He will touch you, and you will feel better.
So still attached
Okay.
to the rope, Xavier would like to carefully run up to, or carefully tiptoe
Maybe another acrobatics check.
to the stairs. Oh, don't feel me now. 15?
You step on a couple of places that kind of give a little,
Ooh.
but you do get over there without falling through anything.
Oh.
Now that you're over at the stairs heading up to the 3rd floor, you can look up you can look up and see that the top of the stairs is closed off with a trap door.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's just got like a simple wooden turn latch to keep it in place.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see. A hammer should suffice. I've got a hammer, so I'm going to pull a hammer out of my bag and put my rope on it, just to kind of give it a place to sit so it doesn't fall off the stairs.
Ah, okay.
Just as like an anchor point to hold it, and then
Right.
I'm going to carefully walk upstairs looking for traps, and then standing 10 feet away, I'm going to have the hand jiggle the lock or jiggle the handle.
Make me a perception check
Certainly.
or investigation, I guess, either one.
Yeah. Oh, that natural 20. 22.
Okay, so as you're moving up the steps, going to the next floor, you see as you get closer to the trap door, you're fairly sure that there's a very faint outline of like some kind of writing on the trap door. Do you read Dwarvish?
I don't believe so. That'd be under abilities, right? Nope. Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
So you recognize the script as being Dwarvish, but you don't know what it says.
So I'll kind of lean my head over the stairs and look at Erevan and say, "You don't happen to speak Dwarvish, do you?"
I was
Cognar.
Yeah. Oh, God. You said Dwarvish. You don't happen to speak Dwarvish, do you?
I was always a poor study in the dwarven speech. Afraid not.
Yeah. Wasn't too prevalent in my culture either. All right. Well, let's do the safe thing, and I'll just take a step back and have the hand move forward and try to open the hatch.
Okay. You send the hand forward, and as it gets there, I said it's basically just kind of a wooden piece that's holding the door in place.
Like a little
And-
toggle.
Yeah, and you just swing it aside.
Well, Erevan, if you hear me yell like you, I'm in trouble. And I go up the trapdoor.
Hearing him
Okay.
say this, could I try to make my way around the second floor just enough so that I can see the base of the stairs to the third floor? Effectively, so that if I can hear him scream upstairs, I can misty step my way across the second floor to go up the stairs to him.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, you're not poisoned, right?
I'm not.
Oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So I'll say you basically get out there and you're balancing reasonably well on one of these beams.
Covered in moss and fungi and...
If you want, you can go ahead and continue on just kind of up against the wall so you've got something to support yourself.
You can look at
All
the
right,
chest,
yeah.
too.
Yeah. I'll kind of just start looking for the chest until I hear any sort of scream, kind of brushing some of the copper away, knowing I found something once before this way.
And what you see in there is a lot of copper pieces and a few silver pieces.
My God, they're silver here as well, Xavier.
Oh, whoa!
Okay.
To the third floor. Then we can be done with this place. And the third floor looked solid, right? From the second floor? Or more solid,
Yeah.
I should say.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So, as you open up the trap door, and because it's too heavy for the mage hand to
Okay.
push open,
Yep.
you'll have to go up there and actually push it open.
Yep.
But as you get up there, the floor does seem more stable. It's like the toxic fumes that were coming off that cesspit don't seem to have gotten quite this far up without being dispersed. But you push the door open. As you kind of stick your head through, you see that it's an open chamber. Looks like there's a large table kind of around the wall and maybe like some scroll racks. And you also notice that there seem to be 3 figures laying on the floor. They look to have like tattered clothing and they seem to have been there for a very long time.
Do I see breathing?
No.
All
No,
right.
there's no breathing whatsoever.
Very carefully try to look at one of their faces.
Okay.
Kind of without touching them.
Right. As you stare at one of them, trying to get an idea of what exactly is going on, you see something.
Ooh.
It's like Maybe just the slightest shimmer. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, initiative's at disadvantage too.
That's a check.
Oh, hey, not too bad. Oh, Aravan, you got
Just
19.
those two?
No, everybody.
I should have had you do your
Yeah.
undead
Yeah.
sense thing.
Yeah. You know what this means? I don't want to hear any shit from you if you die.
Did you say if?
When?
Okay. So,
Should have poked him with the hand.
at the top of the round, Aravan, you have no idea anything's going on.
All right, continuing to just kind of browse through this chest.
And you continue to just see, coins. There really doesn't seem to be much of anything. I mean, there's coins, but other than that, you don't really see anything of value. And Xavier,
Yes?
what you see rising up from the bodies
Oh, God.
is that you see specters
Mm.
growing up. And let's see here. Let me just get the yep. The first one moves straight up towards you. And the specter seems to try to be avoiding any sort of direct sunlight, but because it's middle of the day,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of sun shining through the windows.
Oh, right, because the sun would be above us.
Right.
Gotcha.
And it comes up and targets you to make a melee attack.
I am unthreatening at the moment.
You must be a lot more unthreatening.
Yeah, I know.
You're about to be one of them.
Don't say that. Don't say
And that seems to... He seems to have missed you. The next one was rushing over towards you,
that. Mm-hmm.
also making an attack against you. Also missing. Xavier.
All right. Yeah, I am not equipped for this kind of situation. So, I am gonna carefully back away. Just check my spell real quick. I'm gonna use color spray in front of me, which is a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
And I have to roll 60-10, and that's how many hit points I can affect.
Yep. So just go ahead and roll your 60-10.
27.
27 points.
And if the one creature has more than 27, then he is...
So the effect here is they've, blinded temporarily?
Yeah, blinded until the spell ends.
Okay. So as you release this spray of colors right into the faces of the two in front of you, one of them seems to throw up a spectral arm in front of his eyes. The other one seems unaffected.
Oh, good to know. I will disengage as a bonus and run down the stairs and say, Eravan, there's ghosts up here.
All right, so you're running down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll get about, I don't know, halfway, 3/4 of the way down.
So disengage. You've got what, 30 feet of movement?
35.
35. You're going straight down the stairs. Yeah, you can get to the bottom.
Yeah, I just don't want to be pushed off, so just like, 2 steps up or whatever.
Okay.
And I tell Aravan that. 3 of them, ghosts.
Caden.
All right. Did I hear Xavier?
I yelled it.
Okay.
Make me a perception check.
But I didn't squeal like a girl, because I didn't die. So.
They're making too much noise down, splashing and cursing about how much it stinks.
It is very.
Very stinky.
All right. So I don't know anything's going on yet.
Oh, yeah. Would anybody have
Go at least
seen
say I hold my
colors
turn
from
until I
the tower?
detect something happening. Nope.
Well, I won't say you're going to hold your turn, but yeah, I mean, I will give you, the ability to act quickly as soon as you realize something's going on.
All right.
But my question was, was Adam, or was Caden looking at the tower, or was he walking away?
I'm still hanging around. Apparently, I haven't moved anywhere.
Yeah, but what was your character doing? I mean, we didn't move your token, but
Would you have just sat there and waited for us to come back, or would you went with the other 2? Or headed in that direction?
I probably would have moved away from the giant pool of shit. Yes.
So he wouldn't have seen the
maybe
light show
somewhere-
at the top of the third floor.
I would probably be with Numa and
okay.
Octavia. Honestly, yep.
Okay. So,
I was like, what the hell's going on in the courtyard?
that's all the dead bodies.
They rose from the dead, like these guys up here.
Okay.
So, Xavier,
Yes.
you see another specter floating down through the ceiling,
God damn it.
coming directly at you.
I forgot they can go through the... Damn it. Yeah.
And it also targets you.
I'm sure Aravan sees this now.
Yes, Aravan.
Ignore it.
No, actually, he's. Well, no, you did yell. I was going to say, otherwise, he was down, like, looking in the chest. But.
Oh my god. I'm pulling a Numa.
You seriously are. Octavia, you don't know what's going on. Numa, you don't know what's going
Waving
on.
grass technique.
I am bathing myself.
I would
Very
like to
thoroughly.
attack the crap that's on me with soap and water.
Aravan, you're up. And you have no
broken
soap.
water.
All right. So first things first, not only hearing him squealing like a pig, but seeing this thing coming down after him, I would like to misty step my way over to Xavier
Zoink.
and effectively, if I can in one fluid motion, slam my palm up against his chest point blank
Ow.
with a very forceful "I told you so" expression on my face and heal him up for 20 hit points.
All right.
You told me so.
Yeah.
Roll a 1d4.
Three.
Xavier, you take 3 points if I told you so damage.
Oh, alright. Fair enough.
And that. That would be my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have anything I can hit this guy with. I don't think.
Third specter. I guess really the first specter to act comes floating down the stairs.
Oh,
And
wait, you. Okay, never mind.
once again attempts to attack Xavier.
Oh, no.
This time he hits.
So you get thank you, Erevan. I'll never doubt you again. That's why I jumped in the shit. I jumped in the shit for you, my friend.
I asked you
Okay.
specifically if you wanted me to do the undead pulse.
So,
That would have killed me, thank you.
yep. Xavier takes 12 points of necrotic damage,
Oh.
and he's going to have to make a Constitution save,
Oh.
which he passed.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, man.
God, I don't like the sound of that.
Spectre 1,
I know they have at least 27 hit points.
which is blinded,
At least that works.
is just kind of like...
Oh, great.
Damn it, Xavier, what did that dwarvish say?
I can't read Dwarvish. And then I grab out that magic dagger that I don't know what it does, but I know it's magical, and I slash at number 2. Number 2.
Okay.
So I'll target him. I don't know what it does, but I am going to swing anyway. 15. All right.
That's a hit.
All
It
right.
turns you into a sheep.
Yeah.
Turns you undead instantly.
All right. So I get a 1d4 plus 4, right? Ooh.
Nice.
And sneak attack because of an ally.
Yes, but hang on just a sec.
All right.
Gotta check on something.
I think I need to fix my sneak attack.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't have a sneak attack by itself, so I'm gonna have to just roll my 3d6, and then you have to add it.
Okay.
Oh, pff, bollocks. 5.
All right.
And there's really no point in hiding or disengaging. I do have a light weapon in my hand. Can I offhand with another weapon?
Do you have 2-weapon fighting?
No, but if it's another light weapon, I can do it. Oh, I don't have 2 light weapons, do I? Nope. Never mind. I think a rapier is not considered a light weapon, so I don't think I can use that for 2 weapons. That's my turn.
All right.
Right?
Caden,
Yeah, it's not a light weapon.
they didn't really like try to warn anybody, so you guys are still kind of lost about what's going on. But you do hear a little bit of ruckus.
All right, so I'll look around, realize that Xavier and Airvan have wandered off again. So I'll start walking my way in that direction at least.
Emphasis on again.
We
What do
make
you
I'll,
again?
I'll tell Numa
Last
and
time the
Damien.
entire party except for Caden went. Can't really be
And I
considered
still had to save everybody.
Yes, you did. Oh,
Okay.
I do have another dagger. Oh, well.
Second Spectre.
This is the one I just
Is-
stabbed and mollied.
Yeah, and he's not happy about that.
I wouldn't be either.
So he is going to make an attack against you. Wow.
Ooh.
You have no idea how lucky you are.
I do know how lucky I am. That's 4 attacks that have missed me that will kill me.
Octavia,
I count my blessings every day.
make me a nature check. All right. You decided that basically the only way you're ever going to get clean enough is to get out of all your heavy armor and actually try to really wash this stuff off of you.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to start stripping my armor off.
Takes you 10 minutes.
So you've started,
I don't know
but you're
what
making a
it
lot
is.
of noise trying to get all these things loose and
This
rinsed out.
is what Aravan was doing when Xavier jumped in.
Worth it. I don't want to stink the smell anymore. Ugh. Worse than rotten ham. Nothing's worse than rotten ham, but this is.
Aravan.
Aravan would like to, as a bonus action, like seeing these guys are clearly undead, he's going to use a bonus action to cast Magic Weapon, which basically makes his longsword magical. Hopefully, like...
How many spell slots do you have left?
I have 1 second level spell slot left after this.
Okay.
Because the Misty Step I did over here was the racial feature for it.
Right. And you used...
all 4 of my first level spell slots for Divine Space. Magic Weapon. And that gives me a +1 on attack and damage. But basically, I'm doing it in hopes of them ignoring any sort of resistance to a
Go ahead and
blade.
make your attack.
All right. And so I'm going to try out my new cantrip, Green Flame Blade. And so I'm swinging my longsword and double checking. I make a melee weapon attack, and on a hit, it's going to do an extra 1d8 fire damage to the first creature, and a creature of my choice within 5 feet of the first creature, flame jumps to it, and that second creature will also take 1d8 fire damage.
Okay.
First guy on a hit. I only get the 1 attack, though, I believe.
Oh,
That's a hit.
So on a hit, he's going to take the longsword +1 because of the magic weapon.
Oh, you killed it.
Awesome. But he would have also started to catch fire. And then
And I
the
imagine that the flame's going to jump to Xavier.
Almost. But the second guy, the flame is going to jump to for 8 damage to the second guy.
All right. Anything else?
I would like to... Is there room here for Aravan to move up? Or would he have... Actually, going around Xavier works fine, too. Going around Xavier or through. Either way. And I would like to tell Xavier to go and get the others. Now that he's awoken the undead, we may need the assistance of a cleric to put these souls to rest once and for all.
Did it seem like the soul went away after Aravan schmoted it?
After he smote it, it did seem to just kind of turn into wisps and dissipate.
Oh, we got this, Aravan.
And the specter standing in front of you is going to make another attack at Xavier.
Yep, I'm the one that encroached on their area.
And that's a hit.
Oh, shit balls. Oh!
Damn it, Xavier!
That was a lot
And
of
I think-
damage.
3d6.
Nice.
Good rolls.
And you once again pass your constitution save.
Thank you.
Oh.
Still gonna die, but...
So Xavier, as this creature reaches out and like plunges a hand into your chest, you feel just this dark necrotic energy almost ripping at your soul. And the pain of it just overwhelms you, and you collapse to the floor.
Peachy.
The second specter now comes floating down from above.
Awesome.
You got this,
And
Aravan.
I just hope you get as much shit as I did for starting this one.
Well, you could
Oh, he will.
You could just
Don't worry.
roll me off into the ship.
You could.
Oh,
Just
I think
kick
I
him
plan
off,
on it.
then fall through the.
But I want you to be conscious when I do that.
So the other specter comes whipping around and is going to make an attack on Erevan.
Should be with advantage.
Is with advantage, and he still misses.
Christ for that shield.
Xavier, I need a death saving throw.
Yep.
And Corellian for that shield.
Actually,
Caden.
oh, I was going to say, poison doesn't affect saving throws, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Let's see.
Dying.
So I'm still moseying my way home.
Yep, you still hear some commotion, but that's about it.
I didn't even get a chance to squeal like a little girl when I died.
Nope.
Yeah, but you wish you could squeal like a girl now.
I would squeal.
Octavia.
I am stripping my armor off.
All right.
Rudely, and as I take a piece, I'm gonna like scrub that one piece, and then I'll try another piece off and scrub that piece.
Yeah, you're like
So-
using the bucket to kind of like rinse it off
Wash
really
it.
good,
Yeah.
and, like wash
And
it
then-
and shake it. And,
When the bucket gets too dirty, I'll dunk it in more water and dump out the dirty water, dunk more water in it.
I was gonna say, are you pouring it out first? Or are you just putting the dirty water back in the well?
I'm dumping out the dirty water first.
And Numa, you don't
Yeah,
have all this
again.
armor to take off, but
No, I just have my robes, which I've unashamedly taken off to clean the crap out of. So I would like to see. Did I clean? Are they clean?
they're getting closer.
Yeah.
Octavia keeps splashing a
You've
lot of
clearly
crap off of
missed
her
the
armor
spot
onto
there.
your robes.
Real Three
That's
Stooge moment.
disgusting. Yeah.
But you did hear Caden say that, Erevan and Xavier were still back in that tower, and he was going to go check on them.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, I forgot I could have used my hit dice thing. Damn it.
Erevan.
All right. Erevan is going to use his last spell slot to channel a Divine Smite. Because this thing is an undead, he gets one more die on top of it on a hit.
On a hit.
On a hit. First things first, swing it at Spectre Numero Trace.
Come on, one.
Oh,
That's a hit.
longsword damage, and they should not get resistance to this unless they have resistance to magical weapons too.
So that was on number 3.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Divine Smite on top of that for radiant damage, and because I have to use the second level spell slot to do it, it's one more die, and because these are undead, one more die for 4 more d8 of radiant damage.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, jeez.
That's awesome.
That's all my spell slots. And take
That was
one last-
1d8. Where's the rest?
Last swipe of the longsword.
That's still a hit.
You can do it.
Get ugly.
So still 6 damage.
6-fold.
All right.
Bonus action, I would like to use my hit die recovery to spend half my levels worth of my hit die.
Yeah, I should have done that before I died.
And because I got that periapta wound closure, all the die I rolled are basically double.
They're maxed, right?
Not max, but just double.
So an extra 12.
There.
All right.
Alright. That's my turn.
Man, these ghosts are your wheelhouse.
Yeah, radiant damage and holy damage is kind of the thing you're supposed to use against undead, so. All right. Well, now that they've taken care of one of the people standing in front of them, they're going to focus their attacks on the other. Let's see if this one hits.
I could've
Seriously?
used that. You gotta change your color, Ben.
I'm about to.
Ooh.
Definitely changing colors.
Oh, man.
Need some black for like death.
Black death for these specters, right? They're undead. Not to be re-undead.
Xavier.
Yep. I don't suppose I can use my bolster thing while I'm down, right?
Your bolster thing.
The healing surge.
No.
Yeah.
Once you're unconscious, you're unconscious.
Yep.
Caden.
All right. So Caden continues to mosey.
Roll me an insight check. Because of your school of magic and your attunement to the possibilities of the situation, you're getting that sense kind of like a parent who realizes their children have been quiet for about the last 10 minutes. You know something's wrong.
You're very relieved that Xavier and Aravan aren't bickering again.
No, the commotion you heard was us fighting.
So you're easily able to jump across there to the stairs.
And at that point, I should be able to just see them there, right?
No, because they are at the bottom. Let's see.
Third floor stairs.
So the way the stairs kind of work is, so you're at the bottom going up to the next level. Then the level kind of wraps around, so you're actually directly below them.
Ah.
I
Yeah,
just had
and
a thought. Like,
there's
what
a
if Caden gets up there after the two specters are dead and just sees Xavier?
Oh my
lying
gosh!
there?
Oh, shh. I want to see it play out.
I guess we'll find
I
out.
want to see it play out. We could
All
have
right, so I will
PvP.
pick up the pace, though.
All right.
And I'll yell back at Numa and Octavia. Say, guys, get over here.
Ah,
Aravan's killing Xavier.
Octavia, make me a perception check. Actually, Octavia and Numa both.
I'm really busy right now.
Really busy. You're both really busy.
Octavia, you heard Caden yell something. You're not entirely sure what it was. It's like,
Probably nothing.
You're too distracted by bathing with Numa.
Ooh.
exactly.
It's very distracting.
Especially
I'll
now
rub
that
your
he's in
back
just
if
his
you have
underwear.
mine.
That elvish form. Woohoo.
Aravan.
Alright, taking another swipe at Spectre number 3.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's a hit.
Magic damage. 9.
Not be partially resistant. 9 total. Damage to him.
Still live.
And as you strike through this thing with your longsword, because you were wise enough to enchant it with magic, you slice through it, and it's like slicing through an inflated balloon.
Hmm.
As you cut through, it just disappears.
One long cleaving motion right over Xavier's head, trying to swing in with the second attack into the other one.
You have a great weapon master, right?
Yeah, but I got a long sword in one hand,
Yeah.
shield in the other.
Hold on. I think you still get a bonus action for downing a guy.
You're checking on that. I will roll the damage. for that hit.
On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with 1, you can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
I don't have the feat. I have the
Oh, I thought you had the feat.
paladin ability. No, the feat I got the paladin fighting style.
Oh,
He got the
fighting.
armored
Oh,
thing,
I thought you
feet.
had the feet. Never mind.
So
Good
you
looking.
strike the second one, and you dealt damage.
Awesome.
10. Yes.
And I would like to shout, assuming I heard Caden shouting out,
You
like,
did.
Xavier's down and there are a number of specters up here. Be
I know
mindful
what
of the floor. There are ghosts. They're floating purple things.
All right.
The
That
Spectre,
specter is going to attempt to make an attack at you without advantage, so surely it's going to fail again.
Yeah!
Crit 1. Does it kill itself?
Might as well.
I still think it would be awesome for Caden to come up and not see anything and just see me down at the bottom of the stairs.
Xavier. Wow, 2 10s.
Yeah, I know.
Playing that line.
Fine line, yeah. One crit fail, psh, done.
All right, Caden.
All right. I'm going to continue up the stairs, I guess, onto the second level now.
So as you get to there, you realize that you can see Xavier laying on the bottom of the stairs. You can't quite make out Erevan, but you see this figure floating there. And you also realize that the floor is very decrepit, and you don't think you'd be able to cross it easily.
All right, but I can see that specter.
Yes, you can.
All right. And do I recognize it as a specter?
You recognize that it's some sort of undead ghost-like thing.
All right. Good enough.
Spectral being.
Sun Scorch.
Ooh, you got some radiant in there. Ew.
It's failed its Constitution save.
Nice.
So that is 20 damage.
Today.
And Caden, how do you want to do this?
Saves our ass again.
Just sort of washes over it, and it just vanishes like an anime beam struggle. Just sort of poofs.
All right, so you basically see this fire engulf the figure, like almost turning it like a fire elemental for just a second, and then like the outline just kind of starts to, and it just, it's gone.
I look at Xavier and everyone and go, "What the fuck, guys?"
I would
Octavia.
respond, but I'm dying.
Am I clean yet? I'm really working hard on this.
You're getting there.
It's only
Scrubbing.
been
Making
15
sure I get all the
seconds.
finger holes.
Yeah, at this point, it's been like a minute since you went over there.
Just
You
a
haven't
lot
got
of
your armor
elbow
on.
work.
Erevan, what would you like to do?
Aravan's going to reach down and spend his final 5 lay on hands on the same ungrateful wood elf.
I'm so grateful. You don't even know.
And
Okay.
while he's doing so, kind of just shouting out, Caden, Xavier disturbed some sort of dwarven burial site or something. Do you speak dwarven?
I don't think I do. One sec. I speak many languages, but Dwarven is not one of them.
I bet nobody in the party speaks Dwarven.
Probably not.
I speak Halfling. That's about the same.
That's basically it.
Up, take it back. Octavia speaks Dwarvish.
And then Aravan's going to make his way upstairs to see the state of this spot where these undead are coming from. Like, mostly to see if there's more that might be coming down.
Okay. So, as you go up to the top floor, you see the trap door open. If Xavier hadn't told you there was some sort of writing on the door, you would have missed it entirely. But as you go in, you step up and you see there is a large table in the center of the room, and there seem to be charts and scroll racks around the walls, kind of placed in the middle of the room, or laying in various places in the room. You see 3 bodies that are old to the point of being ancient. They've basically just become bones and dusty tatters of clothing. The charts you see on the wall seem to depict stars or the night sky, and they seem to have a lot of intricate markings on them.
Anything I might be able to piece together? Or does it just kind of look like these guys were like astronomers and like, oh, look at this constellation. This one here looks cool.
You think there's almost certainly some connection to the massive device in the center tower on the roof?
That's right. Right.
You think, oh, maybe these people used that contraption that seems to be pointed at the sky.
And if we're out of turn order, I'd like to use an action to use a divine sense. Get a sense for any undead that might be here in the tower.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and use my healing surge.
All right. So yeah, your divine sense tells you that there are no undead presences around you.
Xavier, Caden, we're all clear. The last of them have been felled.
Alright, so I walk back up to the 3rd floor, and I would like to look for... You said there were scroll racks. Was there any kind of, like, chests or anything?
As Caden sees Xavier stand up and go straight back into the fray, it's like, why don't you heal first? Every time you go somewhere, you find another pack of monsters.
Erevan led the way. I'm be all right.
So if you want to go up there and start searching, you do find, again, like scroll cases and racks and all these charts on the walls. Do you want to inspect them? Do you just want to try to take them?
I would like to take them and put them in the bag of holding.
Okay. As you go to start taking one of the charts off the wall, like as soon as you reach up to touch it, it starts to crumble into dust.
So old.
And the very intricate writing that was just all over this thing. It's just like you see it, kind of like a sand picture. Once one part of it starts to collapse, it just kind of...
Xavier, you're going to have to be more careful going forward.
If I would have sneezed, it would have fell down.
Then hold your breath.
Do you want to get someone who might actually, be able to read these things to come up there and look at it? Someone smart.
Yeah, someone smart.
Besides, I thought I told you to go get Octavia.
Yes, Master. I'll go get
We need to
Octavia.
put these bodies to rest. So they do not rise again.
I'd like to check the bodies before I go leave and tell Caden that his skills are needed.
The bodies don't seem to have anything of value. They're literally are almost... The bones have almost gotten soft over time.
Oh, jeez. All right. Shake my hands.
I don't suppose there's like a window that is in the direction of the courtyard?
No, there's not. All the windows face exterior to the castle.
Alright.
Alright. So I'll walk down, reattach my rope, pick up my hammer, walk back across towards Caden.
Okay, maybe are Are you taking your time, or do you want to go ahead and make the acrobatics checks?
No, I'm definitely taking my time.
Okay. Then you can take 10 and you make it across without any trouble.
Yep. So I'll do that. Get the hand, have it bring the grappling hook, put it all away. Say, Caden, Erevan requires your assistance. And I lean in and I whisper, I think he's touching documents that are old and they're falling apart.
Save this guy's life. He's
Very
so
well.
ungrateful.
Also,
And Caden sees that the floor is a mess and how Xavier is picking his way across. So he'll just say, like, lead me, show me where to step, lead me across.
so I'll direct him where to go, and
Yeah.
I'll say, and I'll hand him a piece of chalk, and say, if you got some parchment, can you make a rubbing of the dwarven that's on that door?
I believe I can do that.
What you saw was a very faint chalk mark. There wasn't like a etching or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, he's probably better at
Copying it down.
copying it down than I could.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yep.
So, and then I'll be right back with the cleric to bless this place.
So again, Caden, if you just want to take your time and pick your way across, you can carefully go across the beams, and you can eventually get to where you can go up to the third floor. And when you go upstairs, you see basically what I've described, that you've got this, just these charts up against the walls. They've faded somewhat, but you can tell that they've got lots of intricate notes and details and observations. They seem to, again, be star charts. Some of the constellations, all the constellations look more or less like you would expect. So while they're old, they're not like hundreds of thousands of years old or anything.
Okay. So I'll start. We'll copy down the runes first, then
Okay.
start inspecting, see if we spot anything seems important.
Seeing a pile of mostly, crumpled dust and paper bits where you're pretty sure a chart was hanging just moments ago, you take your time and don't actually touch the ones on the wall that seem to be the most susceptible. And you can see that clearly there was, at one point, a group of scholars who resided here and were working on astrological observations. You also do find that there are 3 charts that seem to have been made on something a little more sturdy that's lasted longer. One on parchment, one that was scribed into a clay disc, and one that was etched on thinly rolled copper. You think that these would probably be safe enough to take with you and would almost certainly fetch a good price if you could find an interested party, maybe at a major city like Waterdeep or somewhere like that.
All right, so I'll gather those up, and then is there anything else beyond the charts on the walls?
You see the bones. What you pick up from just how this room is laid out and the charts and the notes is really that this was a place of study, and that the people who were studying here were astrologers of some kind. It's not entirely dissimilar to your own school of magical insight. With that investigation roll, you're starting to wonder just what that machine at the top of the tower does. Because, to have this many people studying the same thing in one place is unusual. You would think of it more at like a wizard's college or a conclave of some kind, but this place is out in the middle of a swamp.
All right.
So the one thing that has really struck you in all of this is that they had to be out here for a reason. And the one thing that really stands out is that device on top of the central tower.
All right. So Caden will keep that and rolling around in his head. In the meantime, we'll try and start copying down some of the charts that can't be moved.
Mm-hmm.
Try and get some copies of that as well.
Okay, how long do you want to spend doing that? Because these are extensive charts and notes. I assume you've kind of taken the 3 that are more portable.
That I have.
Are the notes also written in Dwarvish, or are the notes written in Common?
The notes seem to largely be written in Elvish.
Okay. So, if possible, I could help Caden out to try and reduce the time it takes to copy out some of these notes.
And as you start going through them, they don't make a whole lot of sense to you. Unless you have a background in astrology.
The way I see it is Caden looks to be interested in this, and so I'll help him out.
Yeah, if you just want to scribe things, that's no trouble.
No idea what it means, but copying it down.
I'll spend an hour unless something else comes up.
Okay.
So I'm rogue running.
Yep.
To Octavia and Numa.
Make me an insight check.
Inside.
We're both half naked, splashing in water.
18.
You're not entirely sure you should interrupt them right now. They seem to be doing something kind of private.
Well, the last time I didn't do what I was told, I got yelled at, so I'm going to run over there anyway.
Okay. They look slightly surprised that someone's there again. And Octavia is trying to stifle a slight giggle.
You're alive?
So I run over and I kind of slide and
Water?
We ran into ghosts, undead type creatures.
It's not easy to run into ghosts. They're very invisible. How did you manage to run into them?
Okay, they just tried to kill me and Aravan, and I believe that he killed them off after rescuing me again. But he wants you to make sure that they are laid to rest.
Ghosts don't have anything to rest. They're invisible. That doesn't.
That's what I told him. But he wants your blessings over the tower.
The tower. You want me back in there after I've spent this time scrubbing my armor clean?
No, he wants you to go back in there.
But you're the one asking me to.
I am just the messenger.
How clean does my armor look?
Much cleaner. You're not entirely happy with it, but you also don't. You get the impression there's not any danger there immediately.
Well, I'll go now because if I fall down in that mud again, I'm going to be pissed if I clean this sparkly.
Blame Aravan. He's the one that wants
I'm blaming you for going in there.
And
we were done, and I assume you probably made your way upstairs. So that's where you were in the middle of the fight.
So did Aravan.
Mm-hmm.
We found more loot.
Likely story. Likely. I'm just going to slowly put my armor back on very angrily. Strap it back up or whatever I have to do.
Okay.
Be like, here, make use of yourself. I'm going to shove my shield towards him. Hold this for a second.
I sure hope you didn't clean it, because I'm still covered in shit.
I have to come back and clean anyways. I'm not done. I don't even want to go back there. I can smell it from over here.
It's because I'm standing next to you.
It is that, and also you didn't get your hair entirely clean.
I didn't finish cleaning at all. I feel disgusting still. But I'll be back.
So,
I will
you also
bounce
don't
back
have
to
any
the
trouble
tower.
getting up to the top of the tower. You see Caden and Aravan taking relatively detailed notes about some of these charts on the wall.
I start washing off.
I'm not sure. Aravan sent me up here to bless ghosts.
Octavia,
Yes.
if it wouldn't be too much trouble for you, I was hoping you could help me to say a prayer over these remains.
But that's not what he said at all. Yes, of course I will help you.
You give me all
let me
this
get my
shit.
holy mad at you. You stopped me from cleaning myself. Like a cat. I swatted at you. I'm going to grab my holy water out. Have some of that.
Okay.
And I've been looking through my spells, and I don't know what I would possibly use on this. So I'm ready for whatever. Let's do this. I will pour holy water. I will set them aflame. Whatever we need to do to make this happen.
And is there any sort of way we could do maybe a medicine check to see how these bodies might have died?
Yeah, you can do a medicine check to try to kind of inspect the bones and see if there's any sign of what might have killed them.
They're like those
Alright.
monks that just sat there.
I'll
too
help
long
him with
reading.
that if he can get advantage.
So if you want to make that medicine check one more time.
All right.
About the only things you can tell for sure is that it looks like the legs, like the major leg bones, were broken, and the it looks like some of the ribs were cracked, but it's hard to tell if that's just happened over time, if something chewed on them. You can't say for sure.
All right. So
Well,
with
at
that,
least we know that.
with that, Aravan's going to assist Octavia in kind of just saying a prayer over these remains to put these bodies to rest.
I'm gonna splash some holy water on them while we're doing our prayer. Kind of every now and then just flick some on them. Sounds appropriate.
And when you get done, you feel pretty confident that with their specters having been slain and you dousing them in holy water and saying this ritual over them, that to the best of your abilities, you've put these poor people to rest.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to continue trying to rid myself of this smell. I'll be by the well.
I will assist you down. I sent Xavier down to find you in order to apologize for his continuing forward foolhardily.
I did with him for that. But I didn't come to rescue you. I didn't know anything was going on, really, to be honest.
But he did manage to find a chest full of copper coins on the second floor.
You didn't get a chance to find anything else, right?
He also gives you the Dwarven script, since he knows you can read Dwarvish.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. It reads,
What does it read?
Dwarven words. Very, very interesting.
It says...
The way they spell this is just...
Why would they write Dwarven words in Dwarvish?
These dwarves
Is there
are
any other way to write
funny creatures. They are very entertaining. They do things just to mess with you.
They were pranksters, those dwarves.
They were.
So I have my mage hand helping me scrub and get as much of this off as possible.
Octavia, that's what you read.
Ah, well. If you guys would have read this before you entered, maybe it would save you some trouble. It says, beware, restless spirits reside above, do not enter.
Precisely what I told Xavier. We should wait until someone who's able to read the text before continuing onward.
He is not a very patient one, is he? In this game or the other.
You knew him in another life.
I feel as though I do. I don't think he would have read this warning in the other life either, though.
I read Dwarvish in my other life. Shut up.
Doesn't mean you would have heeded the warning.
Shh.
He would have, oh, spirits, I do love spirits. Let me open this door.
He hates spirits. What are you talking about?
I think she meant the alcoholic kind.
Oh, yes. Actually, he probably would. With his intelligence, he would be like, what? Restless spirits.
Restless
That's a
spirits
fine
is-
dwarven drink.
That sounds really good.
Anyway,
Yeah.
And
Anyways.
before following Octavia down, like, I want to make sure we got everything that Caden wanted to copy down. And then seeing if there's anything else he wanted to do, I would pull out a small mahogany box that I found in one of the other chests. Caden, I found this hidden in one of the supply chests. It contains a number of vials inside, the likes of which I am unable to ascertain on my own. I was wondering, perhaps, if you would take a look at it for me.
Of course.
oh, now you're interested.
I mean, before everybody was like, hey, what did all my things do? Now, you know, it's just bro time. Me and him, you know, I give him the notes I copied for him. He'll tell me what maybe these vials are.
Bro
All right,
time.
so
Numa, I know of the kitchen. You want to go grab a bite to eat?
Yes, as soon as I'm clean, I would love
I
to
can take my
eat.
time, obviously, if that makes a difference. But
Yeah, so with two of the potions you recognize almost immediately. You're kind of surprised that that Aravan didn't. There are two potions of healing.
No.
And the third vial is quite a bit. It's unique. You don't think you're going to be able to identify it without really spending some time studying it, or just casting an identify spell.
It's a potion of read Dwarvish.
It's a potion of identify.
It's a potion. So if they're going to be an hour,
so
I'm sure
identify
they'll be
takes
quickly.
100. Well, yeah, 100 GP just to cast.
No.
No.
You have to have a pearl or a gem worth at least
Oh.
100 gold.
Doesn't
Then you can cast as much as you want.
That's
Oh,
not
okay.
consumed.
It's like a
Pretty sure I
jeweler's
got that then.
Yeah, you were casting identify spells while everybody else was busy fighting.
All right. So, and it's only the 3 vials.
Yes, that's all that's in that mahogany box.
All right, so I'll tell them what the other 2 are. These are potions of healing, and then I'll need to identify this one.
10 minutes.
And if we're done taking notes and everything, make my way back down to the courtyard and settle in to cast the ritual.
Okay.
I will follow him out.
I'm in the kitchen.
So as everybody's cleaning themselves up from the encounter, Caden goes back to identifying the items that you guys found. And the vial that you were looking at that seems so interesting. See if I can pull it up in here. Yeah. So, Caden, what you find is an oil of etherealness. It's the vial has beads of this cloudy gray oil that form on the outside of its container and then quickly evaporate. The oil can cover a medium or smaller creature, along with the equipment it's wearing and carrying. One additional vial is required for each category above medium. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes. The affected creature then gains the effect of the etherealness spell for 1 hour. And etherealness is you step into the border regions of the ethereal plane. You remain in the border ethereal for the duration or until you use your actions to dismiss the spell. During this time, you can move in any direction. If you move up or down, every foot of movement costs an extra foot. You can see and hear the plane you originated from, but everything there looks gray and you can't see anything more than 60 feet away. While on the plane, you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. Creatures that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive you and can't interact with you unless a special ability or magic has given them the ability to do so. So it's kind of like an uber powerful invisibility kind of spell.
All right.
Never see you again.
Awesome.
And you don't need to be adding these manually. I can distribute some of the stuff to you guys as loot. So,
All right.
Who wants the oil of etherealness?
I'll offer it to Caden, like after he identifies him, like as a gift for saving our lives numerous times on this day.
Okay.
We're in the same party, so you don't need to repay me for that, but I appreciate the gesture.
If you need
And
to get us out
Caden
of
will
a jam.
take it.
If you need to get us out of a jam.
Okay, who
I
wants the
will
potions
escape
of
the
healing?
ethereal plane myself and leave you behind.
Yep. Don't give it to me. I'll get in.
Probably just throw the potions of healing in the bag of holding unless somebody specifically wants them.
So you got to bring them to
Okay.
Xavier, and we'll put them in the bag of holding.
So Xavier's got the bag of holding right now?
Yep.
Okay, then these are going into Xavier's inventory when I assign all this stuff.
Is there like a way to do a bag of holding in Fantasy Grounds?
Possibly.
Like a separate, because we're trying to do it in the notepad, and it's not very conducive.
Let me see.
Whoever's carrying it.
Yeah. It's like whoever
It
made
seems
the
like
note.
those backpacks. Like there's a location column,
Yeah, there is.
so just make the location bag of holding. Would that work?
Probably, but I think that would only work for the person who's carrying it. So, like, if you hand it to somebody else, they wouldn't really have access to all that stuff.
Gotcha. Like we couldn't see what was in it and so on.
Right.
Hmm.
I have to make kind of like a new character that's just bag of holding. I don't know. We'll look into it.
Mule. What's the party sheet?
The party sheet is the stuff that I'm about to distribute to you guys.
Oh, you know what? Can we put it in the items column and then make a new group called bag of holding? So
I don't know.
I think we all
Anyway,
have
let's-
access to that.
Let's finish distributing stuff.
Yeah.
So, what you found so far, you have a brass mug with a jade inlay.
Got that.
I'll take it.
Who has that?
That's in the bag of holding.
Okay, but I've actually got it to assign.
So Xavier's got it.
There's also a bronze crown that is not magical.
Xavier's got that.
Just give everything to me.
A carved ivory statuette.
Xavier's got that.
That one was of Moradin, if I remember right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that probably should go to Octavia since she can read Dwarvish.
Magical item. Caden, you identify a small prism. It's called a gem of brightness.
Ooh.
I'll just link it and you guys can look at it.
And then we shall
50
duel.
charges.
You guys can decide who gets that. So all just the non-magical stuff just going to Xavier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a +1 Morning Star.
I think Xavier put that in the bag of holding.
I
He
did.
offered it to Octavia, and then she refused.
Yeah, but I
so
can't
he put it
say
in the
it.
bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also find
Huh? Cool.
that there was a shield with the symbol of an eye emblazoned on it, kind of like the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any particular interest in it?
I got
I'm curious about it.
it.
Fight!
Well, those of you who are
I would
curious,
give the gem to Numa, actually.
here is what that shield is.
The Sentinel Shield. Ooh. Advantage on perception and initiative rolls.
Nice.
Increases your armor class by... Okay, so it's just a standard shield, but it gives you advantage on...
Initiative and perception.
I think that might be more beneficial for Octavia.
I have a +6 perception, so that would be really cool.
Well, I'm just thinking more on initiative. It would be better if we can get you
Oh, yeah.
higher in initiative and...
Yeah, you want it? It's yours, Amanda. Because currently I
take
still
it.
also
That's
have the
cool.
very active wound closure stuff and the high
Yeah, that's-
guys.
Well,
Really
and
cool. I'll take
you
that.
use your sword more two-handed. You know, you two-hand weapon more often. Seems like.
Depending on the fight.
So,
Depending on
who's taking the Gem of Brightness?
Numa is taking that one.
Yeah, I'll give
How do
him
you
some
get the-
ranged options.
How do you get that link to work? Do you have to hit control or?
Click on the dragon
Yeah,
head.
the dragon head.
Okay.
And then the slippers, I think either Caden or Xavier.
Sure would have helped when I was climbing that fucking tower.
Right?
So is it going to Caden or is it going to Xavier?
Caden would really get used out of it in combat. Just like walk up the wall to be out of range of melee. But I think Xavier overall would get more use out of it.
Yeah, I would probably take it.
How do I make sure that that works when I...
Well,
I think you just have to
poisoned
remember and
right
Yeah.
now. So
Oh, I have to remember.
I know it's crazy,
Yep,
but you
so
actually have to
give 'em
remember
to
what your
Xavier.
gear does.
Ah, it's gonna be hard.
And the Gem of Brightness, is that going to Numa?
Yep.
Okay.
and then I still have to attune to that dagger in order to figure out what's, because I know Caden identified it, but I still have to attune to it to get all of its.
Isn't there an attunement limit?
There is.
What
One
is it?
attuned to 3 items.
3. Okay. Because the slippers are also attunement.
Yeah, I don't have anything that requires attunement except for this dagger, right? Well, the slippers, I guess. Because the cloak, I don't believe, requires attunement.
Okay. Well, hopefully this all works and you guys get the gold, the coins, and the items. Let's see what happens. You ready?
All right, we'll see if it breaks.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Got a lot of stuff.
All right, so inventory, monies. Yep, that went up for me. That worked.
Inventory.
And
I'll assume the money's right.
slippers of spider climbing. Okay. Cool.
I don't think I got the potion.
No, both potions went to Xavier.
bag of holding.
The healing potions.
Yeah, the potion of etherealness, though.
Oh, the oil of etherealness.
Oil. Sorry. But yeah, it shows blank in the log.
Caden,
Oh,
you say you already lost it. Just hand
It's
it to
ethereal. He can't find it.
It slipped through my hands. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that does require attunement. So I'll be at a attunement max with the slippers, I believe.
On the 3. Nice.
So I've got the cloak and the dagger, which requires attunement, and the slippers.
No, I added it manually, so I got it now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I was trying to add it again.
Everything else worked.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what was up with
Mine went and added
There
manually,
you go,
but it
flask
didn't
of
do
oil.
it automatically. So
that. That should not be identified, right?
Yeah, I gotta go into your thing and make sure it's identified. I didn't
Gotcha.
click it beforehand.
Don't burn that oil in just like a lantern.
There we go.
Oh, that'd be an interesting experiment. What does the smoke do?
What's that?
Should we all start thinking we see things?
I'm sure it burns very sweetly, and then it just doesn't work anymore.
Party just gets really high staring deeply into this lantern.
All right. So, you guys have explored pretty much every part of the tower at this point.
I figured out how to add it without having to remember.
How'd you do that?
Under the miscellaneous, next to the stats, that empty box, if you put +2, it'll add it to the total.
Which tab?
Wait, yeah, what are you talking about?
The skills. So under perception,
Ah,
I put the +2, now it's +8. I still have to remember with
Wait,
initiative.
+2.
But it doesn't give you +2, it gives you advantage.
Yeah. So I was thinking +2 on initiative.
No, it
It
gives
gives
you
you
advantage
advantage
on
on
initiative, too.
Well, that's how you do it if you get an item, guys.
That
Okay,
is
so
correct.
what?
If you get an
Like
item.
+1 mace.
Yeah, like +1 mace or something.
It'd be really nice if they gave you, like, initiative or, like, advantage buttons to skills.
Hmm.
That'd be nice.
There's probably a way.
Probably.
Did you do it as a condition?
The permanent condition, yeah.
well, it looks like Amanda's got her work cut out for her.
Yep.
Figure that out.
So I'll give these slippers
Don't be lazy.
a go, and if I don't find much use for them, I'll give them back to Kate.
Okay.
So, because it's just a climbing speed, and if we don't have to do a whole lot of climbing, then probably better use for Caden. But if we got to do some second story work, like, you know, climbing up into houses in where were we? Waterdeep.
Yep.
That would have been nice.
Oh yeah, it's attunements. We can't just trade them out.
Wow.
You can, actually.
Over a short rest.
Yeah, you take an hour
Oh,
to
that
attune
makes
to
sense.
it.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can't decide, oh, you know, I really need those right this second, give them to me. And it'll work, but
It's still going to be weird swapping shoes.
it will be slightly weird.
I'll make sure to wear socks.
Please do.
These are more slippers than shoes anyway,
Yeah.
Like moccasins.
pretty much.
I really like that they're really fuzzy. I'm gonna be walking around with slippers and a cloak.
Like a bathrobe.
I've got an elven bathrobe.
You just
with
shuffle out of your
slippers.
robe, start walking up the wall. It's like,
Oh, that's great. All right, so
So,
I would really like to, while they were doing that, maybe figure out what this dagger is.
okay.
If you don't like those slippers, I think I might want to try them. Actually.
Also, Ben, you're about to get 2 hit die roll from me because I realized when I was doing the right click, when I spent the hit die for my hit die recovery, it added the extra dice, not the con, and it only took out one of my hit dice. So, and I don't know how to adjust it without actually rolling it. So you're getting 2, and I'm down 1 hit point. Because it didn't add my con before.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever you need to do, man.
So I'll ask Newman. Newman, do you want to be able to walk on walls?
Well, I think that fits with some of my future skill.
You don't know
What's
what your
our-
future
already-
skills are.
Oh, I've seen the future. Well, I mean, I already have slow fall, so it's even if I'm already kind of have a built-in safety net.
That's a fair point.
So it's less risk for me to maybe make a flanking maneuver, maybe in close quarters or something, to go up and over them.
Oh.
And you know how sneaky he is.
Well, yeah.
The acrobatic attacks this enables would be pretty interesting. Run up walls.
Yeah.
Jump.
Well,
Yeah.
even that, like if you're in like a 12-foot corridor, you could just stand on the ceiling and punch them in the face.
That's right. Or reach them with the short sword or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the short
So-
sword. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Xavier,
I'll pass them over to Newman.
in your inventory,
Yes.
like if you've got, say, the gold birds with electron filigree
Mm-hmm.
in there, and you just want to type in like location, you can just do like VOH, and
Oh, okay.
it will sort everything that's in the bag of holding.
Okay, I'll do that for all those items. So I will give the slippers over to Numa. I guess we'll just have to test them out and see who gets the most use out of them.
And if you want to let Caden take a look at your dagger.
I did. That was the first thing I had him identify.
Right. So he identifies that dagger. It turns out to be a dagger of venom.
Woo-hoo. I like that. So I've got dagger of venom on my sheet. Now, doesn't that have like a poison aspect to it thing?
Yeah, just click on the dragon head and read all about it.
+1 to attack and damage rolls need this weapon. Nice. Use an action. Nice. Okay, so do I have to? I'm probably gonna have to work in a poison, like power or something.
Pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
So it's starting to get early afternoon. You know, you guys have spent some time searching the last tower, cleaning yourselves up after finding the poo monster. So there is. You still know that you've got the tower with the device in the center of the castle that has 4 gargoyles up there. And you know that you've got some caves underneath the castle.
I think I definitely need a long or short rest before we start.
Get your key points back.
Yeah, well, and some hit points too.
So we found out that there was a portal, and then we took a long rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So wherever they are, they're already 8 hours ahead of us,
At least.
at least. Probably longer because we spent time doing stuff before we rested. So
And a few hours.
yeah, I don't think there's any harm if us just taking a breather after that and taking like another, extended rest or whatever, just kind of loafing about, getting ourselves clean and then going. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Going into the caves.
Yeah. I mean, So the guy that I didn't know that disappeared that y'all were looking for, I guess the dragon guy.
And the wizard.
I mean, did they leave before they knew we beat?
Yeah, they left in the middle of combat, like during
Right,
the middle
but they
of that
don't-
big melee.
They don't necessarily
Like-
know that we're still alive or anything.
Correct. As far as we know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think there's any.
Unless that guy that Aravan let go goes back and tells him.
He's not going to.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
No, we're
yeah.
friends.
No, I mean the portal's downstairs. That guy went out the front gate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we long rest and then go into the caverns after we're all
Yep.
fed and properly washed and dried. That's my vote.
We're going to take a long
Mine
rest.
too.
Yeah.
Caravan's going to strip off his heavy armor and plop it down on whatever rucksack Xavier was planning to use as a bed, and telling him to clean it for him. Letting him know that that's going to be the cost for saving his life twice in the same day.
The next time that you need something checked out. All right. So I'll have my mage hand just clean it while I sit there.
Truly a shame nobody has prestidigitation.
I know. I don't think could I have gotten prestidigitation?
I think you could
I
have.
could. Well, I get another cantrip.
And your wizard certainly could have.
And I think the sorcerer could have as well.
Yeah, Aravan.
Yeah, but that would defeat the purpose of having you clean it.
Of having me clean your armor? Oh, not until 10th level. Yeah, that's not going to happen. You gotta do it by hand. Not unless the DM is ever so gracious to let me learn another cantrip.
No.
Then, yep, not gonna happen.
I'm already too nice to you guys.
Yeah. Well, I was curious about that. I guess the Arcane Trickster can't actually learn new spells because he doesn't have like a spell book or anything, right? What's all that about?
She made it work.
Advantage, disadvantage. How'd you do that?
One of the disadvantages for being poisoned. The
Well, no,
advantage.
no. I mean the advantage.
I found this.
Say you found
Clearly, that's a different item, and he uses fun language, so it's really easy to read.
Yeah, it's hard to read with
But that's how you do.
call it.
Behold the new power. All instruction manuals should be written like this.
I found it. It's
Bug
fucking
reports, all requirements.
Oh God, it's in Old English.
fun. But it works.
Behold thine error.
Is there a link somewhere?
Correct.
Yeah, can we get a
It's
link?
No, she made that up herself.
Oh, did you?
No, when I see the copy, I'm just saying I don't see a link.
No, I think Amanda typed all that.
Oh no, I just copied and pasted. I found it on this. This.
I don't s-
Oh, but
Yeah.
actually, that's how to do it if you're a cleric of Paylor, so I don't think it counts.
Yeah, I just found it on there. So. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know how to do it to make it advantage on perception checks, but I'm sure it's like advanced perception
Action,
or something
click
like that. I
edit.
can type in there.
Click on the powers.
Gotta love Google.
The old Google.
It looks like there is a 5e effects wiki for Fantasy Grounds.
Well, there you go. You always start making that stuff work for you.
Or you just
So,
click advantage and then click on the thing you have advantage on.
But if I don't remember.
Of course, now whenever you get rid of the shield, you still have advantage on everything.
yeah, then she's going to continue to cheat.
God, you
Right.
didn't
So
set
so
them
when
up
Ben
at
goes
all.
to clear your effects, you will lose your advantage on your thing. You'll have to go reapply
Oh,
it.
So you guys are long resting.
Yeah, I think so.
You're not going to clear out the gargoyle nest first.
No.
No.
Maybe one at a time. Go up there and take them on.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah, let's
Good.
let Aravan make the
I'm as hard as
decision,
ever.
and then I follow through with his decision, and I get in trouble.
Yeah, you tried to pin it on me. I pinned it right back on you, sir.
All right, so you guys have a long rest.
For Numa's sake, you know.
Not
You
that
know,
I
for
almost
kids.
died 3 times.
Yes,
That's
I definitely.
So I need Xavier, Numa, and Octavia to make me Constitution saves.
what?
We're still poisoned.
I know, but you know what?
Nope.
Stupid poison. Oh, shit.
Is there
Okay.
something we can drink?
Well, I do know what paladins can do.
So Numa,
I know what
Nice.
I can do.
you have shaken off the effects of this
Nice.
whatever happened to you in that pit of foulness. Xavier, roll me a d10. Octavia, roll me a d10.
Shit. 8.
Xavier,
Yes.
your hit point maximum is just dropped by 8.
What?
Ooh.
Ouch, Franz.
No! Don't do that. Don't you so sick.
All right,
That's
so I probably should write down what it was before, right?
Yeah, you better write that down somewhere.
I guess I can put that in the log.
Currently 58.
Man.
Sentinel Shield is actually listed.
What's that?
Syphilis shield.
That's also important, though. Do not forget your syphilis shield.
Octavia, your hit point maximum has just gone down by 6. And if you probably want to note that down somewhere, that your previous maximum was 62.
Aravan, do you want to save the day again?
Are you going to say anything about this so that everybody knows?
They
I'm
look
still
sick.
puking.
He's going to make his way over to Octavia, place his palm against her, and say a brief prayer to Corellian, and spending 5 points out of his pool of lay on hands to cure her from poison or disease.
You're actually curing her
I did that
disease.
before, Winfred, and that was my bad.
So you just see Xavier kind of just like putting his hand up against the wall and he's just puking.
He's going to make his way over to Xavier and first inspect his armor to see how well polished it looks.
It is.
Actually, how well did he clean up my stuff?
I made sure it was done.
All right.
Not a shit stain, even in the breeches.
And so you did that. Another 5 points from a pool to cure you of this disease.
Aravan, if I didn't have puke on my shirt, I'd kiss you right now.
Prefer you didn't.
Unfortunately, the effects of the disease seem to be lingering. The disease itself seems to have been cured.
Is that a permanent? Oh shit.
Semi-permanent.
Right.
Do they still effectively have that poison condition? I understand their hit point maximum has been reduced, but are they still less?
No, you seem to have cleared the disease that was causing the problems.
Alright.
But they still feel weaker than before they got into that fight.
I feel weaker before the last rest.
Well, Octavia, Numa, Caden, I think it's only fair that you select our next destination. Xavier and I have done our fair share of making our own Poor choices.
I go to speak, and then I quickly shut up.
I think we should barricade ourselves back in that nice chapel and get our long rest in.
You've already had your long rest.
Oh, good. Did I?
Another
Another
one.
one.
No,
Yeah,
this is
let's
after
do it
the long
again.
rest.
Well,
I say we go down into the
I mean, we
the
did explore
bowels
all
of
the
this castle.
towers
Yep.
by now, yes.
Everything's been explored, and I'm pretty sure all the good stuff has been taken.
Except for the underground.
Yep, we need to
we
go-
haven't explored the caves yet.
When you go to the
There
So
still
we
lies that
explored that
peculiar
funny
device
looking-
atop the central tower.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about that funny device that we saw from the other towers? On that middle tower? Is that something we need to mess with?
If you want to go investigate it, I'm sure Caden would get a kick out of it.
Well, whatever we
Oh.
do, we should move as a group. We don't want to
Agreed.
split the party yet again.
The 6th time.
I thought y'all had already been through the whole center. Y'all hadn't been through the whole center tower?
Caravan?
Did I miss
We
that?
made a number of attempts at it. First attempt, I was able to slay their leaders with little to no issue. Second attempt, I was myself stopped by a large horde of draconic lizards.
Hmm. All right.
I'd say probably hit the underground first, and then come back to the tower at the end.
Well, there's supposed to be a transporter of some description in the tunnels, so it may be a one-way trip.
If we go
Oh.
through it.
So it might be better to
Then
do the
device
tower
first.
before we. Yeah. All right. Center tower it is.
Lead the way.
All right.
I will not be first up the stairs this time.
Numa just climbs up the side of the tower.
Okay.
Just walk straight up the outside of the tower.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this. I like this. What does he see? I'm inside.
Just
in between
strolls right
Octavia
up.
and Aravan because I know what's coming.
So, that is where we will pick up next week.
I think I accidentally gave myself double advantage on initiative by changing it.
I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Well, like on my effects. I can't delete any effects. Then I have 2 effects. I only need 1 of them.
So you're cheating.
You have advantage on initiative and skill check, your perception.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it said advantage on initiative and then advantage on perception and advantage on initiative.
It's gone
so-
now, so.
It's gone now. We're good. We're just making sure it's there. We're good now. Right.
Just roll like 5 dice and take the better of those.
So,
Oh, I
does
get
anybody have any highlights from this evening?
it.
I
Survival.
cleaned myself.
Yeah, Octavia and Numa bathing together. That was an interesting
That's fun.
highlight.
Yeah. It's bound to happen.
Kate
I
was
mean-
saving the day. Again.
After her
Twice.
adventures with Bog, you know.
Numa is a much, much more fanciful fight.
You know, that is your first bath since that encounter.
Yeah, that's true.
That was another reason why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, no, Caden saving the day twice was awesome.
Mhm.
Do we want to inspire anyone with the granting of inspiration?
Yeah, Caden.
Yeah, Caden definitely.
Yeah, Aiden.
I'll go with Aravan almost souling the specters. That was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's pretty good.
First encounter with undead as a paladin. That was
Yeah, that he
awesome.
kicked.
And you yelled at me for it. Sorry.
And you yelled it.
See, he's helping you on your
If
path to paladinhood.
Maybe you're lucky. If you would have used your healing surge thing when I was next to you, I would have just kicked you off the stairs down to the ground floor.
No, you wouldn't
that
have.
was that was my plan, but I was like, no, because then he'll be down there dying, and I still got these 2 specters to fight, and I won't get to him.
I
in
would have
time.
caught myself on the stairs.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That was my
Oh,
plan.
My favorite part is that the perception check, or the DC for the perception check to spot the warning on the trapdoor was like a DC 20.
Oh, and I got it.
So he managed to find it. And he was like,
Couldn't read it.
can't read Dwarven. Oh well.
Oh well, going through. That will be a mental note. The next time that I see a chalk anything in something I can't read, I'm not going through it. Although I could say the treasure room lies beyond, and I won't go through it because I can't see it. Can't read it.
Oh man.
Mind Aravan just pick up a piece of chalk in the next city we come across.
Ice cream truck is
I have
back.
10 if you need them.
Just to start fucking with Xavier.
Hey, if
Man,
you
it's
want to
10
play that
o'clock.
game,
Surely you don't want ice cream at this point.
Gosh.
Oh. Well, he was driving too fast, so I couldn't make it out there anyways. But he's back apparently for the season because he was gone for a long time. Back.
So I do have a question for you guys.
Mhm.
As a group, as players, I have been listening for a while now to a couple of good podcasts, like roleplay podcasts, and that I have seen some really cool, or I've listened to some really cool incorporations of character backstories into the game, especially if you guys have been listening to the Glass Cannon podcast.
oh, so good.
Yeah. So, I've come up with a few things that we've kind of been through already about some of your characters' backstories.
Yeah.
How much do you guys want to see or want to bring that kind of stuff into the game? Or are you happy kind of following the trail of the adventure path and just, running or playing this story?
My personal opinion on that is I would much rather play with the backstories than, the adventure path. I guess if that's what we're getting at. Because for me, it feels like making a backstory for this character who's kind of stuck on the adventure path railroad kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like there's almost no point in making a backstory. Because unless you do more work to get it involved, it doesn't feel like there's a purpose. It's like, okay, let's just put a guy who's going to, pick locks.
Right.
So, but that's my opinion. I'd rather have more character involvement. So,
I thoroughly enjoy character backstories being involved because it really, I feel like it gets the players really involved with it as well. But I don't listen to podcasts or anything. That's just my experience with Miyoshi. So that's my full experience right there. I've noticed it's interesting. Really involves you to like.
by the way, the first time you hit me with a fireball with Octavia, I'm going to give you so much shit.
You're a rogue. You're supposed to get half damage at worst.
You don't even know.
She relies on that a lot in the other game.
No, I specifically told her that my barbarian in the other game is her focus for her spells because it is
Okay.
true.
He used to be afraid of fire, and I've cured him.
She has burned me so many times. She's cured
Right.
me of my fear of
Nice.
fire.
So for me, bringing in the backstory makes it more interesting. I'm not necessarily looking to role play deep encounters with the backstory or anything, but just having that be what the group is working through would be cool.
Okay. That's my take.
Yeah, so
Chip? Ryan?
So I'm kind of in the same boat. I understand what Lucas and Amanda are talking about, how that can make it interesting, but I feel I kind of made my backstory with the intent of there's a whole lot of shit in his backstory, and so he's kind of going down this adventure, this campaign or whatever. Then maybe afterwards he'll look towards his own problems. But occasionally sprinkling in the flavor like you did in Waterdeep for Aravan's backstory. That was amazing.
a little bit here and there.
Like a little bit here and there, yes. Totally cool for me. But otherwise,
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like so far I found places to insert little bits of the backstory. I took what you guys have told me, obviously, but then how I could work that in for like Numa and for Aravan. I haven't had much of a chance to do that yet with Octavia or Xavier or Caden.
I really
Another
enjoyed
tough
their
thing is
backstory
making-
stuff, though.
another tough thing is, like, as soon as you work something in, the players find a way to try and kill their characters off before you get to it.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I'm talking from my own experience,
Oh.
like Sunday campaign. I'm like, okay, I found a way to work X, Y, and Z, and then you guys are like, well, we're almost completely out of hit points, but let's just keep on going. And I'm like, oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I
You
know.
want to go
Are you
right to
sure
the room where a big bad monster thing is? Okay.
Well, Chip, what do you think?
Well, I mean, your point's fair. I think it's a little bit more difficult for the other characters because the way my character was brought in, my backstory is already kind of loaded in because Leosin was part of my backstory. So I'm sort of fulfilling my backstory by going forward with this mission. So I'm sort of like Ryan, as you've kind of peppered it a bit. So I was my character sort of going. As soon as I defeat the dragon cultists, I've got enough clues to, then explore my background a little bit. So I can go either way. Either the same or more of the backstory would be fine with me. But right now, my character is just driven by the whole dragon cult investigation at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, then-
I specifically built my character for.
No,
For
well,
this
don't you
anyway.
wake up, Susie.
So then, let me ask, if I can, of Adam and Amanda and Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have some ideas about things, encounters from your past, encounters from your goal, your mission, things that you think would be cool to work in to the story. Either like, I mean, Ryan, part of his backstory was in Waterdeep. So once we got to Waterdeep, it was easy to work that in. If you've got areas or, cities or people or events that you think would make for good fodder for exposing some of your backstory, if you can send me any of those ideas, I can try to work on it, because there are some things coming up I think will make it a little more open than it has been for a while.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
We will have to think of
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm game for that.
Brainstorm time, guys.
I mean, we're depending on the path you take out of this castle. There's a few big events, but this is effectively like you just finished more or less chapter 6 of a 8-chapter adventure.
Oh wow.
Oh, geez. That's terrifying.
So chapters 4 and 5 were traveling from. Chapter 4 is planning the trip. Chapter 5 was the trip.
No, I mean, the chapters as they have gone. The encounters at Greenest was the very first one. The
So long
Raiders
ago.
camp, yeah, the Raiders camp was the second one. The Dragon Hatchery was the third one. The road trip was the fourth one. The construction area, the roadhouse, was the fifth one.
We don't need to talk about that. Like,
That was a very
And,
large chapter.
And Castle Neritar was the sixth one.
Wow. Okay. So that kind of changes the.
Yeah, that means there's only
complexion a
like 2
little
more
bit.
big set pieces for the
Well,
campaign. Ish.
ish, because this campaign specifically, we are playing the Horde of the Dragon Queen, but it's a 2-parter. So we're kind of finishing Adventure Book 1.
So you're saying we're basically like golden gods at this point.
No.
I definitely don't feel like a golden.
We have like a lot of copper though, so
Let's just say
copper
I already have the next book.
Oh, Rise of Tiamat. Nice.
Just imagine trying to face
good.
that.
That would fit well into my backstory.
I mean, that looks like it's
Finally.
some persuasion checks.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole thing is one creature.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Lovely.
And we can't even see most of it.
Yep.
I just don't think we would get along.
But it's
Yeah.
really zoomed in, so really it's
It's really
You see, look, right down there. There's a human.
Yeah. No, that
I
thing's
mean,
Yeah.
that's
huge.
like a miniature that this creature's like walking around on a table.
yeah.
So, anyway, so just think of like I talked with Ryan a little bit, and he kind of helped me lay out some of the stuff about his dad and his relationship there to help make the kind of one-off session that he got to do in Waterdeep while we couldn't all meet. And I've talked with Chip some, and of course, like I said, his background was kind of built into the story, but I also I laid some breadcrumbs out for him should he decide to pursue them. I would like to get the opportunity to do that with you guys.
Okay.
Please help make it happen.
All right. Well, guys, again, it's been fun.
Yeah.
have a good one.
Yep. Good
Have
night.
a good evening.
Bye bye.